Gamers. I faked a Nintendo leak to investigate how rumors spread online. Welcome back to Sir Moresty. Today's Moresty, another Nintendo adult. We'll do for another one, won't we? This time, the guy's called Beat 'em Ups. For some reason, he decided that he is going to trash his entire credibility by faking a leak, and then is shocked that everyone was upset that he faked a leak. Yeah, no, this is comical. This is like next level comedy, which is what I would say if I didn't get unbelievably angry. Yeah, this is going to be another one of those angry reactions gamers. So disclaimer is abound. If you've got anything to say regarding the situation, keep it to my comment section. Keep it relatively civil. And of course, do not go anywhere near his channel. If you do, you'll be banned. I've done it before and I'll do it every other time it happens. Without further ado, enjoy more Bing Bing Woohoo slaughter. Now, my assumption going in is you're a big channel with a lot of subscribers and a lot of influence. So, of course, if you were going to spread a fake rumor, it would kind of blow up. It seems like, well, no shit, it blew up. You're a big channel. People trusted you with information. That's my thoughts going in. Is he going to give us like an interesting like insight into how rumors spread? Or is it literally just, I lost the trust of everyone because now no one's going to believe me ever again? So let's have a look and see if there actually is some insight with this video. Take it away, Mr. Beat 'em Ups.
Do with this information what you will. There's going to be a Nintendo Direct next month. It's going to tease a card, Animal Crossing, coming out in 2026.
People are going to lose their minds, 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 lose their minds.
This Nintendo Direct leak took over the internet. It was shared across Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, all over the gaming news world. But here's the problem. I made it up.
Popular
Me when I say shit on the internet, people believe me. Okay. Again, let's see if there's any extra insight, gamers. Let's find out.
YouTuber of Beat 'em Ups on his podcast where he said this last month.
There's going to be a Nintendo Direct next month.
Beat 'em Ups believes a direct will be in July.
Known for his channel Beat 'em Ups and also host of the Nintendo podcast,
said that he had an unidentified source that says there will be a Nintendo Direct.
Woods is not usually a leaker, so this is spicy.
Big Nintendo Direct in July.
And he's not typically a person to like put out leaks and rumors.
So far, like it's literally just my theory, isn't it, chat? Like, how do people? What do you mean? How do people fall for this? A big channel said there's going to be a Direct. Why would you not believe him? What is happening? Like, what do you mean, how do people fall for this? If a big channel said, hey, I don't know, but I think there's going to be a Direct, yeah, I don't exactly blame people for saying, oh, hey, according to this guy, there's going to be a Direct. That's what it seems like people are saying. Does that make sense? Like, I would say this video could be interesting, just to clarify, if this is a, like, exercise in people not sourcing their claims. But it seems like from the intro, like, literally from the intro, if you look again.
Here's the problem.
Hang on.
On his podcast where he
this guy sourced his claim. He's saying this guy is saying, I see nothing wrong with this guy doing that.
said this last month.
There's going to be a Nintendo Direct next month.
Beat 'em Ups believes.
This guy literally name drops Beat 'em Ups and says, hey, he believes, so this guy's done nothing wrong.
known for his channel Beat 'em Ups and also
He's also cited his source and claimed and made sure to make it clear
host
that
of the Nintendo podcast.
Said that he had an unidentified source that says
said he has an unidentified source, making it clear that, do you see what I mean?
there will be a Nintendo Direct.
Woods is not usually a leaker, so this is spicy.
And again, someone's outright saying he's not known to leak, so why would I distrust him? Which would be true, right? Like, gamers, if I said, oh, gamers, I have an inside source that says there might be a Nintendo Direct, you'd probably be inclined to believe me because I'm not the type of person to just lie about things like that. You'd probably just be inclined to it. They're not even falling for it. They're cashing. Yeah, literally, they're not even falling for it. Like, if they took his source and, like, claimed it as their own, then yeah, that'd be an excellent case study into, like, how misinformation spreads. But, like, so far, all I'm saying is so far, I'm not enamored.
Spicy.
Big Nintendo Direct.
Look, he's showcasing the Reddit thing, which source is Beat 'em Ups.
July.
And he's not typically.
Again, this person just outright says it. Do you see what I mean? He's not typically the person to lie, so that's why I'm going to believe him. Again, this experiment would be a lot more interesting if I think someone in the chat said it. If it's on like an alt account with like no followers, are the Nintendo community that dim that they would follow the word of someone that has no trust? That'd be more interesting. But of course people would trust you. You're a big guy. But again, there's still plenty of the video left to go, so I might have my mind changed.
A person to like put out leaks and rumors.
Wood said that he had a source.
Hopefully,
Once again, that person saying he had a source. What did this person say?
Beat 'em Ups is completely
He just straight up named Tom's bit. Do you see what I mean?
telling us good info.
A very well trusted YouTuber.
Again, this... this sizzle reel is not helping you. This is actually the opposite. This is actually unbelievable. I guess it depends on how you see it. Even if a big channel that never lied said this without a track record, I wouldn't immediately trust it. Yeah, but like, I don't exactly blame people for saying, oh, there is a rumor from this guy that a Nintendo Direct leak might happen. I could see myself saying, if I heard about, I didn't hear about this, just to clarify, I didn't hear about this fucking rumor, I had no idea. But yeah, if I heard about this rumor, I could see myself going, so I could see someone in the chat going, hey, Moose, did you hear about the rumor? Oh, who said it? Like, oh, this beat-em-ups guy? What did he say? And then me reading going, oh, okay, interesting. You see what I mean? Like, I could see me doing that because, like, I don't have a lot of reason to instinctively believe everything is like, yeah, exactly. Like, you just, like, while I wouldn't exactly believe, I'd still go on the assumption that it's a rumor, but I wouldn't, like, immediately dismiss it. It's like, oh, it's a rumor. I'd be like, oh, okay, interesting. Let's see what happens. I remember when Aaron Nitmar, is that how you say that? Believed the Smash leak for the Master Chief a while back and out on 4chan for a similar experiment, and he didn't get too much backlash because it didn't connect it to himself. Yeah, see, that would be interesting. If someone literally just went on 4chan and said, hey, I got news, and then people fell for it, yeah, that's fascinating. That should be an insight into, hey, don't trust randos on fucking 4chan, you stupid idiot. You know what I mean?
Wood from Beat 'em Ups,
where a YouTuber came out and said
sourcing
a new game in the popular Animal Crossing franchise.
A YouTuber said that there's a potential leak for new Animal Crossing.
He doesn't do this, so why is he doing it now? Well, he must be fairly confident.
And I honestly can't see why they would lie about this at all.
Is this legit?
Do you believe him or do you not believe him?
I really hope this turns out to be true. So we will see if he's correct or not.
But I want you to know right now that if you are wrong about this, if you have gotten my hopes up,
He might actually get beat 'em up online if we don't get anything that happens this week.
I just can't see why.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Beat him up. Fuck, beat him up.
Beat 'em ups would lie about this.
I will hire every single Etsy which I can to put a curse upon you.
And for Wood's sake, he better be right.
Your life is going to be ruined.
I hate.
Yeah, this is just a vanity sizzle reel. That did nothing. If anything, that just kind of went against your point. Like, it's genuinely unbelievable. But anyway, let's just keep going.
Gaming leaks. They ruin surprises. They spoil moments.
So I became the leaguer. In order to conquer fear, I must become fear.
We love. And I've always been curious, how do fake leaks get so much traction? Like, how does something so clearly fake go viral? We live in a culture of constant Nintendo Direct rumors, manufactured excitement, and clickbait YouTube titles. Hey, so I had a thought. What if I leaked huge gaming news? If I followed the spread of that leak, attract its momentum, and then the ripple effects, could I?
So it's even more of a shit experiment then. If you know this is something that happens all the time, what is the insight and usefulness out of you doing it too? Does that make sense? Like, let's say, for example, the gaming space was typically a space to not believe uncredited sources. Then trying it would be genuinely interesting, right? You've literally admitted that this is something Nintendo fans fall for all the time. So why did you do this? Jesus Christ, 2 minutes in, I am not convinced. Anyway.
I conduct an experiment to find a way to stop fake leaks once and for all. But there was one problem. I am not an industry insider. I don't have any leaks. I am just...
sorry, can I hear that again, please? Hang on, I'm eating my food, so I didn't quite catch. Hang on.
To stop fake leaks once and for all.
How the fuck are you gonna do that, dipshit? Oh, holy Superman complex, Batman. Holy shit. What do you mean you're gonna... I'm gonna stop every leak by one leak to rule them all. What are you... Jesus Christ, atrocious.
But,
abysmal dog shit.
One problem. I am not an industry insider. I don't have any
Good thing
leaks.
or not.
I am just a YouTuber. So, you know, in a way, I kind of had to lie. There's going to be a Nintendo...
No, you didn't. You chose to lie. Who chose? There is no had to lie. You chose. You chose to throw your reputation in the bin. For what? For what? 148k views? Is that... Let's see. Relatively speaking, is that like a bumper video? So a video that's about the same viewership-wise, if not less? If not less? Look, this one got 1 million. So relatively speaking, in 5 days, it got less than your Nintendo Direct email, Rick. Amazing. Amazing stuff, brother. I hope the cash was worth it, broski.
Direct next month in July.
If only it's a million video banger, I'd be like, you're not fair.
Pokemon Death Stranding Director's Cut S. Witcher 3 Nintendo Switch 2 Metroids. I heard Isabel's going to show up, and it's going to tease a card, Animal Crossing, coming out in 2026. Sorry about that. I actually am very, very sorry about that. I didn't really think of this through at all. I'll be completely honest. I'll go off script and let you know right.
So you're just a dipshit with a big account, huh? Crazy, honestly.
Now that I regret...
Crazy.
I regret doing this whole thing. I am proud of how this video has turned out.
You shouldn't be. At least not so far. So far it's abysmal dog shit, but I guess I'll stop pausing.
And what I learned, but I kind of wish I didn't do it because I did not expect the reaction that I got, and I feel incredibly guilty, and I am very sorry.
What? You're a channel with nearly 2 million subscribers. What did you think was gonna... This sounds like something I would say, chat. Because, yeah, I'm like 10k scrimbly. Do you know what I mean? I've got like, what, like 100 or so viewers in here right now? Yeah, if I said, guys, I have credible rumors there's going to be a league, and like it literally blew up, that would be genuinely unexpected. Because I'm like, I was like joking, guys, what the hell? But like, you said it with like such conviction in your voice on a big platform. What did you think was going to happen? I don't get it.
But I did it, so let's talk about it. I can't tell you how I know. Do with this information what you will. I worded what I said on the podcast very carefully. I didn't say where my information came from. I didn't even say how I knew. I said quite literally, I can't tell you how I know. And I said that on purpose for two reasons. One,
if you were to ask me, I can't tell you where I got this from. Kind of ironically enough, that lends more credence to what you're saying, because obviously the initial idea, I assume, I don't know if this is what he's going to say. That's a lovely screenshot to pause on, by the way. Is like when you say, I can't say who my trusted source are, ironically, you think that's going to be, okay, since he can't say a source, I'm going to be more skeptical. But generally when someone says that, it usually lends more credibility to their advice, right? Or what they're saying, right? Like, I got to keep this down low. It kind of makes it seem like it's like hidden things that I'm not supposed to know about. It ironically lends more credibility to what you're saying when it should be less. And again, I would suspect someone of your size to know that, considering you're kind of you say words for a living. You should know that words have like meaning. Crazy. That'd be my theory. But what's yours? Let's hear it.
You how I know. And I said that on purpose for two reasons. One, I wanted people's imaginations to run wild. I wanted to know how the media would interpret that if it did go viral. And two, I was lying. So,
yeah,
I don't know how much of that is true.
So he didn't even think it through then. Crazy.
That's everything I heard.
So what,
and I never get information. And I know what some people are gonna say. Some people are gonna say, oh sure, now it's some big social experiment. Now you're trying to help stop leaks. You know, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yes, okay.
Sudden, you know, if I was smart, I would have immediately after the podcast pre-recorded something saying like, oh, this is my intention, you know, so that now when making this video, I could show that clip to prove that that actually was what I was planning on doing the whole time.
But instead, you're just a fucking idiot. Is that what I'm getting? Jesus Christ. Fuck, but this documentary style editing, the absolute idiocy on display. This is like, this is terrible. Holy.
But
what am I supposed to say?
Too bad I didn't do it. I just did an episode of my podcast, and on that podcast, I told everybody that I knew about a Nintendo Direct that's coming next month in July. I was lying.
You were lying?
I was lying, yeah. I just wanted to see if I gave a bunch of crazy leaks, like I had information and I buried it within a podcast, if anybody online would pick it up. Like if anybody tweets it.
I don't understand. Yes. You're a big channel with a lot of subscribers. What is happening, gamers? Actually, what is happening right now? This is unbelievable. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. This is genuine. I didn't think people would watch my video. Brother, am I going crazy, chat? Am I crazy? What is the, does the M stand for like micro millions instead of actual millions? What did you think was going to happen? Yes, you have big number. Loads of people watch. What are we doing? Like, yes, I imagine if my viewership goes from 100 to 1,000, I probably have to pick my words a bit more carefully than when I did when my viewership was at 100. You know what I mean? That just comes with the territory. What are we doing here? There's always an audience for something. He's like, guys, don't go to his chat, okay? I know he might be a channel multiple millions bigger than mine, but do not go to his chat. Same rules apply, gamers. Don't brigade.
If any articles are made,
headlines.
you know, YouTuber beat 'em ups, 2 million subs, leaks, or says he has insider info. Witcher 3 Nintendo Switch 2 edition is coming soon.
Also,
Animal Crossing reveal on the horizon.
I think we're gonna get it.
If I can data mine any of the info to stop leaks in the future, I'm going to then release this so you know that I didn't know and that I was just making it up. I'm sorry for the lie itself. I really am. Specifically to the people that listen to my podcast, who I feel the most guilt for. But if you'll stick with me, I actually did learn a lot about how leaks spread, why people believe leaks, and more importantly, I actually think I've come up with some answers on how we can stop the spread of leaks, specifically fake leaks and misinformation.
Okay, all I'm saying is, firstly, I don't believe you. You're sorry. First, I just don't believe you. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't believe it. Although I don't really, if based on any video I've watched of you in the past, I already think you're a bit of a. But what I will say is that you have what? How long does he have? 30 minutes, gamers. He has 30 minutes to teach me a couple of new things. Because as far as I'm concerned, it really is just as simple as you're a man on a huge platform. You made a statement that there is a rumor, and people believed you because, of course, why the fuck wouldn't they? Do you know? So, as far as I'm concerned, that is it. So, what are you going to teach us? You have half an hour, broski. Teach us. Teach us, a wise leader.
Because, if you can believe it, this silly little experiment worked.
It worked in nuking your credibility, if that's what you mean.
I've made a huge mistake. I have actually been, I've been shitting myself the last few days. I've made a huge mistake because so many places have reported on this leak. I should have made like a fake account. Why did I do? I start freaking out here and rambling for a while about how much I regret doing this. So let's just...
Good, because you're an idiot, that's why.
Started the very next day after the podcast. I got the first message from my friend RGT85, who messaged me to say, go on. He said, go on July Direct. But I don't want to give away the game. So I said, how'd you hear about that? Your podcast is making the rounds. Is your source legit or what? That's fine. What do you mean? Making the rounds. It was this Reddit thread on gaming leaks and rumors.
So what, did he lie to his friend as well? Shit, did he lie to his friend? Good luck. Bruv, even your friends aren't going to trust you after this. Fucking hell, man.
Popular Nintendo YouTuber beat 'em ups. What did I do? Claims there will be a Nintendo Direct next month. They linked the podcast, which I actually really appreciate that. And then the...
Guys, I really appreciate the self-promotion. No, they linked it because they're showing the source of the... I really appreciate the link to my channel. Algorithm poison, guys, to the final death, on his dying breath, gamers. Holy shit! Oh my lord!
A list of what I leaked. Oh boy, I feel my heart racing looking at this. To start with,
good. It was terrible.
I'm sorry to everybody that had to read this. It just consumed their time for no reason. I really am sorry. I'm doing it for a good reason.
I'm not gonna immediately hate someone over entirely over a stupid mistake. I don't hold grudges. Well, I would like if my friend did this to me. I don't think I would immediately hate them. No, but like I would definitely be a little suspicious of them going forward. Like the fact that they're willing to keep such an elaborate lie from me is like, well, now I don't like how. Now that I know you're capable of lying on such a massive scale. Like, how earnest are you going to be to me as a friend? Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to, do you know what I mean? I kind of be like, going forward from then point onwards. Definitely. I definitely wouldn't trust them nearly as much after. 100%. They'd probably go down from like close friend to just regular friend. At least definitely. They get like demoted at least one step. 100%. You know what I mean?
And I thought, I can't decide if it was, I'm changing my mind. I start freaking out again here for a while, so how about we just jump back to present day? This Reddit thread was the catalyst to the entire leak going viral. Someone just posting a thread summarizing what I said. And it's so interesting.
What's so interesting about it?
Because what they did is they made it look like every other leak you see on Reddit and 4chan or Twitter, when you see those dot points and then occasionally you're given a source alongside it,
or maybe he just wanted to list exactly what you said in a very easy to read format. Hang on.
On Reddit is they made it look like every other leak you see. What I said, and it's
but literally. Can I go back? Is this not just a concise retelling of what you've just said? He just made a list. What? Guys, it rained yesterday. It also rained today. The rain god must be real. It's raining, gamers. It was raining yesterday, but it's raining today. But the weatherman must be manipulating the weather. What are we doing here? Like, is this guy like? Are we cooked? If this guy can get 1 million subs, yeah, and I can't. Where's the justice, gamers? Where's the justice?
What they did.
Where's the orange justice?
They made it look like every other leak you see on Reddit and 4chan or Twitter, when you see those dot points and then occasionally you're given a source alongside it. It's exactly what a leak looks like. It's, I guess, the traditional format in all.
I mean, if I squint my eyes, I guess that's what a leak looks like. Jesus Christ, man.
My podcast clip itself isn't what went viral. In fact, the views on that episode are only slightly higher.
Because why would someone link a clip when they can just do a This is actually unreal. What is happening? The podcast clip didn't make my podcast go viral. It didn't make my podcast go fucking viral. Because no one's going to sit there and watch an hour-long podcast when they're only interested in the leak bits. This is actually... What is happening with this video? What a dog shit video so far. I have no confidence that he's going to turn it around, gamers. I'm going to be honest. I have no confidence he's going to change it. And also... Holy Nintendo channel, Batman. Fucking hell. Oh, kill me. Fucking kill me, bro. Get out of here.
Than a normal episode of the podcast. It was the Reddit thread that went viral. That Reddit thread then found its way to Twitter. This came from Stealth40k, which has 500,000 views now and 5,000 likes. We have our first direct rumor for July from Beat-em-ups. Just a little bit of context of what I actually said, which I kind of appreciate the reporting there. But then again, sharing the snapshot of the Reddit, which is the thing that's making this look like an actual leak. It's on our gaming leaks now. So it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like I leaked it. I did it in a video. It's just, I feel like this is the first step of seeing context being removed. Never.
Yes! Holy... So what? You learned that the internet removes context over time? You learned that the internet is one big game of Chinese whispers / telephone? And all it took was me to tank your entire credibility? Well done, Western man! Well done! I could have told you that for free! Yes! Yes, when the when instructions go down the chain of command, so context gets lost. Yes. Shocking. Did you really need to ruin your whole reputation to understand? You could have asked ChatGPT, bro. Holy shit.
Heard of him? Why don't we let it happen instead of listening to these random nobodies? I'm actually with you. I know that sounds mean. I'm actually on
No, it doesn't
board.
sound mean. You're correct. This is the correct take to have. Who the fuck are you, bro?
But he's like one of the
Shit.
biggest Nintendo YouTubers. Oh, it's that guy. I knew his face, just not the name. Well, still, I think it's a stupid leak train that needs to stop. No, I'm with you, Matthew. Matthew! I'm actually with you, Matthew. I hope when you see this video, you appreciate what I'm trying to do here.
Matthew's being based challenge, level easy.
Because this nobody is about to not be nobody of yours. We're going to be buddies, is what I'm saying.
Please,
From Reddit
lay off the
to
jokes,
Twitter,
okay?
it then spread to gaming news articles. And let me tell you, in my illustrious career, I've only ever made gaming news articles maybe one other time. And it was when I took a pair of metal pliers to a Switch battery.
Dipshit. So what, your idiocy is well known then, I guess?
What I'm saying is, it's not the easiest thing to have happen. Pretty much game over for this guy. Nintendo Direct set for July. It's claimed this is on Insider Gaming. There have been a few murmurs about a Direct coming soon, and those murmurs have intensified. This is a spoiler warning as the leak revealed potential new games coming to Switch 2. If you don't want to know anything about the
Again, I see nothing wrong with this news report neither. Because in the title of the headline, it says source claimed. They've cited their source. In fact, whoever wrote this article is extra nice too. They didn't spoil the games. They let you watch the video to see what the games would be. So hey, whoever wrote this article, hang on. Can I get the name? I don't know if we can. I don't know. I guess whoever wrote it, W guy, you know, face journalist.
Been a few murmurs about a Direct coming soon, and those murmurs have intensified. This is a spoiler warning as the leak revealed potential new games coming to Switch 2. If you don't want to know anything about the rumored games, it's nice they put a spoiler warning.
Yes.
For the stuff I made up, this article actually goes into what I said.
I want to believe the latest Animal Crossing on Switch 2 rumor, but it seems way too good to be true. In fact, this is even better. This is someone talking about, but they're encouraging skepticism. Good article.
And that I wasn't
or
sure.
Good headline. According to Nintendo YouTuber, Beat 'em Ups, also known as Woodhawk, cited the source. Appears to be on a non-Nintendo podcast to discuss it. And I'm guessing this is a linked comment as well. There's a bit of a shame that they spoiled the thing in the headline, so a bit of a shame. Although he can't identify a source, he claims it know there'll be Nintendo Direct next month, i.e. July 2025. At the end, Animal Crossing teaser, and then Isabel herself will announce the game. Fine journalism.
Well, completely. I like this one.
Next major Nintendo Direct scheduled for July 2025 with huge announcement, insider claims. I will say a bit of a shame that the insider claims at the end instead of the beginning, because most likely this text is going to be so long it gets cut off. So a bit scummy on your half, Abdullah Jawad. But either way, you did make it clear in the headline.
Insider claims. In the episode, Wood claimed he had an
the news scoop of the Nintendo podcast hosted by Wood from the YouTube channel Beat 'em Ups during the latest episode. Wood claimed he had inside knowledge on a big Nintendo Direct set for July, though he's staying tight-lipped about his source. Again, fair journalism.
Insider knowledge. Oh, did I? Yeah, did I say insider knowledge? I don't know if I said insider knowledge. I did not. This is what I said. I can't tell you how I know. So did this article just make that up? Though
he didn't. Technically, he made it up, but I think it's fair for the journalist to infer that you know someone on the inside. How else would you know this? I don't think that's an unfair inference. I guess implied that you know an insider. Yes, dipshit.
He stayed tight-lipped about his source. So, do you remember earlier in the video when I said...
Holy, this video is so bad. Oh my god.
I didn't even say how I knew. I said quite...
It's fair to assume you know... How else did you get the information? Via carrier pigeon? I'm sorry, did the information get beamed down to you from fucking aliens? No, if I said right now, hey, guys, I don't want to say who it... I don't know. I don't want to stay tight-lipped. I can't say how I know. But there's going to be a Nintendo Direct next month. It's fair for you to... It's like... Subtext, brother. English. Did you take an English class?
Quite literally, I can't tell you how I know. And I said that on purpose. I wanted to know how the media would interpret that if it did go viral. And interpret that the gaming post did. Because now, apparently...
How have you made gaming journalists take a W? Holy shit. Gaming journalists took a W. Gamers, we live in the dark timeline where the journalists won. Game journalists won, gamers. They took a W.
I have insider knowledge. And even more interestingly to me, they titled this article Insider Claims a Nintendo Direct is coming. So do I have insider knowledge or am I the insider? I mean, neither of those things are true. I'm not really...
I think the insider claims is a bit vague because it's not the insider claiming it, it's you claiming it. So I definitely think that's a bit vague. I would give you points for that. But yeah, I think it's fair to infer that you know an insider. I'm not. That is not a leap of logic that I'm willing to go against the journalist for.
And I never said who gave me the information. So suddenly, as this whisper game goes on, my fake leak is getting more and more fake legitimacy as it spirals further out of control. But then,
but again, this is so stupid, gamers. This is actually beyond stupid, gamers. Literally, in your sizzle reel of articles, look. Insider claims, rumor, again, in the rumor, nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned, fair journalism. Rumor, again, the first word is rumor. This is ethical journalism as far as I'm concerned. They're reporting on something, but making it abundantly clear in the first word of the headline, it is a rumor. I see nothing wrong with that. Next one. I want to believe, again, inferring that is a rumor and there's no source. Nintendo rumored to host, nothing wrong with that. Once again, rumor, nothing wrong with the journalism there. What was the other one? Rumor, again, rumor. New Animal Crossing could be announced soon. Rumor. Every one of your sizzle reel made it clear. Literally, as ethically clear as they possibly could. I would say the only sus one was the one by Abdullah, who said, like, insider claims at the end. They made it at the end of the headline to kind of bait you into clicking it, because most websites will probably cut off the last bit, you know what I mean? Which is why you want to put it at the beginning instead of the end. But, again, the insider bit is inferred, so even if I'd give him that even, you know what I mean? So I'm just like... Holy, man. This is terrible. This is actually a terrible... Why did you make this video, bro?
Then it was the final boss of it all. YouTube reactors. Player Essence, Robo-Rob Gaming, Crossing Channel, Nintendo Direct in July leaks from Mossy J, X-Rays, Ike Review.
Well, if anything, this should give you more insight into... more like which YouTubers you probably... I would say if there's any YouTuber with a headline that mischaracterizes, you should probably just not trust them ever again. As far as I'm concerned, the gaming journals were ethical about it. But...
Nintendo, Switch Force. I actually think Nintendo Prime was the first person to jump on it.
Well, it looks like we may not have to wait long as we have a rumor from somebody who is not...
Who's Nintendo Direct leak for the Switch 2? Date, games, and more.
Someone that you would expect to hear anything from. The largest Nintendo content creator in the world.
Again, prefaces it before he tells the news that, like, this is not something you expect. This is a rumor.
Focuses just on Nintendo. He doesn't do this. So why is he doing it now? Well, he must be fairly confident in the information that he's got his hands on.
I would say misplaced trust in you, but I wouldn't exactly blame him for doing so.
The first one comes here from Beat 'em Ups over on the Nintendo podcast.
Oh God, what have I done?
It's interesting that he said this because he has apparently an insider information.
I never said that.
On the Nintendo
It's implied. The cheese is under the sauce.
podcast said that he had an unidentified source.
I did not say that.
The cheese is under the sauce.
Wood said that he had a source.
No, I didn't.
The cheese is under the sauce.
Why?
He says he can't spill how he knows, but he's confident.
I said I wasn't confident.
The cheese is under the sauce.
I'm skeptical. Don't take my word for it.
Apparently, Nintendo is going to have a big Nintendo Direct in July.
Okay, that I did say.
The cheese is under the sauce. Nice.
Did say that.
And his podcast partner was like, "Oh yeah, he believed it as well." So, and then we'll break it.
I want to stress this. Bingle is not part of this. Please don't rope him in like he was part of the lie. He had no idea. This is all me.
So you potentially threw your friend under the bus for what? Like, if anything, if your co-host got any like undue harassment out of this, I would say you should probably feel really terrible about that. Because yeah, like your co-host agreed, which kind of inadvertently made your rumors seem more true. Like, for example, if I was your podcast host and you lied like that, and I trusted your lie because I trust you, and I ended up getting undue harassment for being a fake leaker, and I'm like, that's not me, it was him. But because I share a podcast, I'm associated with you. And like, if his credibility ends up being tanked because of you, if I was your friend, I'd be fucking fuming. Are you joking me? If anything, it's even worse that you didn't rope him into it. Because at least then, he would have the chance to maybe convince you out of it, or at least he'd be in on it. That is actually very, very inconsiderate. I'll be honest with you. I'd be upset. If I was your friend, I genuinely hope the coworker did not get any undue like sort of flack from this. I really hope not. I really hope not, honestly, because that is genuinely terrible.
No idea. That man is not going down with me for this.
I mean, but he would though. That's the thing. He's associated with you. He's your podcast host, so he would inadvertently get tied to you, which would make him, and I wouldn't find it too out of the ordinary if people started giving him shit for what you did. Like that wouldn't be outside. I think it's not fair for me. I don't think it's unfair for me to say it's outside of the realms of possibility, right, chat? That like his podcast host would get shit for being a fake leak, even though it wasn't him, but he shares a podcast with him. I don't think that's outside of the realms of possible. I think that could feasibly happen. You put your friend in a firing line, and hopefully they didn't get shot. I hope not. But if they did, that's entirely on you, broski.
In 2026.
People are going to lose their minds.
Boom! AC that early.
If he's wrong, I will beat him up. Honestly,
True.
You get one free punch.
We have our first Nintendo Direct rumor for the month of July, which...
Oh, this one's sad. This one's sad.
And then on top of that, look at the amount of Animal Crossing Andes that was so happy. Look, imagine that. I'm not even thinking about like the fans gamers. As far as I'm concerned, the journos won because they got clicks and they were ethical for the most part. Arguably that one guy, but I would say it's inferred. From the looks of it, most of the slop channels, at least the ones you've shown, haven't been utterly terrible about it. They're slop, so I expect nothing from them, but even then they weren't terrible. Think about all the Animal Crossing bros. They were like, yay, it's been yay. Oh, that's the worst bit of it, man. You can lie to journos, you can lie to slop channels, but you lie to the Crossing bros. And I might say they play baby games, but that's a step. What you did is a step too far.
Crossing channel. Oh, it's all about Animal Crossing. Oh.
The sad music in the background game is to really sell it.
So wholesome, and they just got so excited.
They were so Chungus 100 and you ruined it.
Crossing.
You ruined it.
Nintendo.
Your big head ass ruined it. Your head was full of nonsense, Mr. Mouse. Your ego was huge.
Please announce Animal Crossing next month.
But this one might have a little bit more credibility than...
for crying out loud.
What we've seen in...
Wow, and he trusted you. He trusted you and you let him down. You are a monster.
He's not even on camera and I can't look.
You are a monster. You did this to him.
I actually follow.
Crossing News. You know, I'm subscribing to Crossing Gamers. We're all subscribing to Crossing News, okay? Whatever the first channel was called. I don't know what his channel was called. But I'm going to subscribe to him out of solidarity, all right?
They've made a lot of really interesting content. And I honestly can't see why they would lie about this at all. They have nearly 2 million subscribers. They really have no need to get the clout or whatever like a lot of leakers do. And they suggest that...
Oh, oh man, I'd hate to be this guy right now. God damn. To a Crossing channel reports nothing burgers on the daily, so it was inevitable he'd cover someone else no matter what. Okay, fair. You know what? Fuck Crossing channel then. Fuck him. He sucks.
We will be seeing a direct in July.
Crossing channel, I love you. I am so...
He doesn't love you. He lied to you. He lied to you. You might be slop according to Matthew Smart. He lied to you. I would not accept... I genuinely wouldn't accept his apology.
We're sorry.
Look at this loser in his documentary where he's pretending to be sad. Gamers, remember. In his documentary where he's pretending to be sad, he still had... Look.
I am so sorry.
He still had enough time to do a 2-camera setup. Imagine. I'm so sorry. Pans the camera a bit. I'm so sorry. 2 cameras. How sorry is he, huh? He was sorry enough. He was not so sorry that he wasn't able to buy 2 cameras. 2-camera setup. Is that how sorry he is, huh? Unbelievable. A real person who was sorry would have a 1-camera setup. Disgusting. I'm so sorry. Looks the 2nd camera. I'm so sorry.
Hello, guys. Today about the...
You can do a second take.
Today... Hello guys, today about the...
You can do a second take.
Are you really gonna backseat some guy that's like a fraction of your sub count? Oh, and you're gonna backseat someone? That's my job, okay?
Okay. Oh.
Disgusting,
baby. I've been looking at all
baby.
this for an hour. I can't do it anymore. But this had gone so viral. People were tweeting about the leak and not even mentioning me. 200,000.
Yes! Wow! Of course. Yes! That's how it goes! Jesus Christ!
Views and 4,000 likes.
As far, like, who cares? Like, but no one cares about you, bro. No one's gonna give you your podcast views, little bro. What I'm concerned about is, do they make it clear it's a rumor? Hidden Power Podcast, a new Nintendo League rumor. So as far as I'm concerned, they're safe. The only people I would say you should not trust after this are when they make it clear it is a rumor. As long as you made it clear it was a rumor, these guys are safe. These guys didn't know. It's on you, broski. It's literally on you.
200,000 views. And
again, Nintendo is rumored to host the Nintendo Direct in July. This person's fine as what rumored. They're making it very clear it's a rumor.
4,000 likes. Now, okay, the source is linked in the description, but that only has 10,000 views, which means most people didn't see that. And that's when I realized I wasn't even needed anymore. Another one here, another one
here.
Yeah,
you tanked your reputation and you didn't even get any residuals from it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah, one from OB Plays. Again, just sharing like the rumor itself and not the source. At this point, today and yesterday has turned into just, here are the rumors, here are the leaks, here's what's happening.
Oh, boo-hoo, my podcast again. Boo-hoo, nigga, boo-hoo.
With no accreditation to whoever it is that's leaking it. So now the leak has a life of its own. Now it's just
that's how it works.
At first, when I started this experiment, I was worried. I thought, oh, I've tainted this. How did I not realize that of course my leak was going to go viral? Because it's me.
Yes.
This isn't some random anonymous person leaking something on 4chan somewhere. This is Wood from Beat 'em Ups leaking it on his podcast.
Yes.
Of course people are going to believe me.
Yes.
I'm the Nintendo guy.
Yes.
I thought me being the one to leak it would ruin the experiment in that way. But it was at this point when I was seeing tweets being spread around not even mentioning me that I realized the leak at this point is spreading without me anyway.
That's because it only gains legs because you're a trusted channel. What are you talking? Yes. The problem isn't that the leak is now got legs of its own. The problem is the source, even if somebody went back to the source is a relatively credible YouTuber, right? It'd be different if, say, there was a rumor, and it turns out the source was some fucking guy on 4chan. Then at the very least, you could point to the rumor mongers and say, guys, we've done this. We've played these games before. We've seen leaked threads on 4chan. This is probably bullshit. Why are you peddling this rumor? But I can't even say to the game looters, why are you peddling this rumor? Because when you go to the source, it's someone who you would feasibly at least think is telling some semblance of the truth. Does that make sense? Like, that's the issue. Like, the context is lost, but that's not unique to you. That happens all of the time. You're not that special, little gut. Like, it's just, that's not how it works. The problem what I would have is, are the rumor mongers, firstly, making it clear it's a rumor, and secondly, even if they're not citing their source, is at least where the source comes from somewhat credible, or is it just 4chan threaded therefore? Does that make sense? And this is one time where it's like, no, like, I don't necessarily blame people for going along with this rumor. It was made by a YouTuber that was relatively trusted. I think it was better off without the video. Literally, he should have just said nothing. He should have just literally said nothing. He should have done like the OP approach of saying nothing. He should have done it for a Nintendo YouTuber. He strangely enough didn't take the Nintendo approach of just doing nothing. That's what Nintendo does now, right? And it works. They just don't do anything. You should have just not done anything, honestly. And the worst part is, you can't even say like, but look at the money, Batman. Look at the money. This absolutely credibility-destroying video literally got barely more views than you recapping a partner showcase. What was the point of this? Brother. You tanked your reputation. You didn't even get a lot of views for your troubles.
It meant that the variable of me was removed. And that...
Again, that's something I could have... Just to clarify, the reason I wanted to watch this is he actually going to give me an interesting insight to the rumor that I didn't know about? And so far, I've gotten none. Yes, context gets lost over time. I run a second channel that has... literally, on even my small scale, I know what this is like. I have literally a second channel that the people watching this are probably watching it for, hello, Sir Moresty guys, who have no idea that I have a main channel, or probably don't even know that these are streamed live on my main channel. Do you know what I mean? Because the context gets lost when it's posted on another channel. And remember, this is in the Mustyverse, all right? It's literally Sir Musty and Sir Moresty. The channels are one and the same. They're both linked at the top of my homepage. You would think that people would be able to see the channels linked to each other. But there's so many people that go, hey, Musty, I missed the React stream. Where do I find it? Oh, check out Sir Moresty. And there's people going, oh, I didn't know he had a main channel. Oh, yeah, Sir Musty. Context has gotten lost when I have two channels that are very similarly named. Yes, of course, if you linked the Nintendo Direct rumor, it would be lost. What are you doing here? Oh, I'd have to laugh, because if I didn't laugh, I'd cry. This is terrible. This is actually atrocious, man. Oh my god, first time! My first day. Yes, Gus! He made the jump, gamers. He made the pilgrimage from Moresty to Musty. More of you guys should do the same, okay?
Is where this experiment can finally begin.
What's the experiment? The psychology.
Why did people believe me? Even people who didn't know me.
I would say, if you were to ask me, I would say people just like having something to believe in. Especially the modern era of Nintendo, where wasn't the modern era, especially like right now, when Nintendo seems to be very tight-lipped about things that ideally we'd know information about. Next Zelda, next Mario. So I think people more so now are clamoring for some news. I think people in general are always just clamoring for like next. It's like direct season as well. So you said you did it prime in the normal time where directs were going to be. And I think people just want, like, especially now that a new console is out, people are clamoring for like, what's next? What's next for the Switch 2? I bought a Switch 2. Am I going to get my money's worth? So you picked the time where direct would normally happen, which is like summertime. You picked a release of a console, which is ideally where people would want more news on their console. And you were a big channel. That is the psychology behind it. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Is there something that he's going to mention that I didn't consider? Let's find out.
I can barely see that. That's better. On these videos or tweets where people don't credit or source me at all, there is so many comments from people excited about the leak, fully ready to believe. To them,
I'm glad I didn't find out about this leak, because if I was leaked that Pokemon Colosseum was coming and it didn't, I would have came to your house, bro. I would have came to your fucking house. Holy.
This was becoming
I would have came to your
real.
house,
I guess
broski.
if the rumor or leak just sounded believable, that was enough for some people. Maybe it aligned with what they hoped was true.
Yes.
Making them more
yes, people like hearing stuff that they want to be true. Yes.
willing to trust.
I didn't need like part 3 to psychology to figure that shit out. You're a big beat 'em ups. You are a big YouTuber. You know this. You literally know this. I know this. There is an entire archetype of comment that I get, which is, finally, someone agrees with me on insert opinion, or Musty, how dare you have insert opinion. I enjoyed this video because you said insert opinion that agrees. Literally. I know this. And I'm a 10K Andy. You know this too, okay? You know this too.
That it was. It didn't matter if it was real. People were running with it anyway. So I went to work getting my PhD in Google. And it was here I learned about something called confirmation bias.
Jeez, is this literally baby's first psychology? What? Yes. I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that people will do things that confirm their biases. Yes. Literally, he just said this. Bro doesn't know about confirmation bias. Literally, that's what he said. Someone in my chat, no offense to you, just Cap the MVP, but if a random viewer in my live chat can figure this out, why are you presenting this like this is like fucking brain blasting information? Remember, chat, like you're probably saying, because you're being too harsh, like this is just something to talk about. Why wouldn't he talk about this? Guys, remember, he tanked his credibility over this. If you tanked your credibility over this video, I would at least hope you give us like actually like incredible information, right? You tanked no one is ever going to believe anything you say in regards to anything in this sort again. Rightfully so. And you did it for what? Baby's first psychology? What are you doing? This is get rid of the video, broski. Take it down.
This is where we tend
People
to
will
believe
forget
things that reinforce our existing hopes, beliefs, and expectations.
Yes.
And we tend to ignore anything that contradicts them.
Yes. It's called religion.
And I saw that happening in real time.
And it was all your fault. You are the reason the Animal Crossing bros are sad now.
One more thing is supposed to be just a teaser card. I heard Isabel's gonna show up and it's gonna teaser card Animal Crossing coming out.
Boom! AC that early.
That'll be incredibly...
I'm seeing no impact that making the leak yourself has had on his research. Literally, like, that's the worst bit as well. He literally could have waited for a leak to happen and then tracked the progress of a leak. And that could have made for it still would have made for a pretty nerf video, but at least it would have been interesting as a concept, right?
Exciting.
I think this might be legit.
It was so interesting to me after learning about this to see people say the words, I choose to believe this.
Yes, because you're a big... I think his entire experiment dies because he's a big channel. Yes. You are a big channel with big number. Big number comes with implied credibility. Because why would big number lie? Guy with small number, he might lie because he could get clout off that. Big number already has it. He would not lie. Am I explaining in monkey for you? Big word too big for you? I'll make small word. I'll make small word. So you happy? Fuck my life, lads.
Metaphor Refantasio is one of them. Totally believe it, and that's a great one.
Why? Confirmation bias. We see it all the time. People clinging to fake.
Guys, COVID. Holy shit. Guys, do you remember the vaccines? Guys, do you remember the vaccine? Guys, Joe Rogan. Guys, Joe Rogan. Am I right? Vaccines. Guys, fucking vaccines. Ugh, vaccines, guys.
Fake COVID cures, UFO sightings based on blurry photos and videos, believing the Earth is round despite overwhelming evidence that it's flat according to one guy I follow on Twitter. In all of these cases, people ignore the facts that contradicts their views and instead celebrate anything that enforces them, no matter how...
Yes. Yes. Chat, are you learning anything right now? Like, again, I want to be very clear, right? If I would have learned something from this video, I would have given him, like, the time of day. I have learned nothing from this video. Literally nothing that I don't already... This is Psychology 101.
After this, can we watch GVG's experiment?
Not after this, because I'm gonna go. It's like nearly 1 in the morning. It's past my time. I tried to end streams at midnight, but it's like midnight 45, so I gotta... We're definitely going to dip off this, but we'll put link in the Discord. I'll see if I can get around to it later in the week.
Silly or flimsy it may be.
The video's pretty short. I'll get a link it then. If it's short, then we'll watch it today.
People aren't always searching for the actual truth. They're looking for what it is they want to hear. And that's when I learned about something else.
Which
I
is?
went on such a deep dive. I took
Also, what basic psychology thing can we come up with, guys? Hang on, let's go back so I don't... what basic psychological term are we going to get, gamers? Are we going to get, fucking, like... What's confirmation about? Are we going to get, like, no true Scotsman? Are we going to get, like, begging the question? Are we going to get, like, fucking, gaslighting? Are we going to get, like, what's it, like, fucking, some other term? Like, quantum mechanics? Or what are we going to get in here? I think the idea of him spreading a rumor for social experiments is actually an interesting concept. I needed people like his friend to know about the experiment at least. I feel like this experiment lives and dies off the fact that he's a big YouTuber. Because, like, of course people are going to believe him, Gus. That's the issue, Gus. People are going to believe him. Do you know what I mean? Reverse psychology or Goomba theorem. Let's see.
Deep dive. I took this very seriously. I almost ran out of room there.
The illusory truth. At least this. Okay, I've not heard the name. I might be familiar with the concept.
Truth effect. Am I saying that right? Illusory truth effect.
Illusory.
Illusory. I said I learned, not that I got smart. This effect is where the more you hear something, the more likely you are to start believing that it's true.
Yes, I know of this. I would say maybe this is something that most people aren't aware of, so I guess I'll give you maybe a pass for this, but yeah, I know about this. That's literally how propaganda works. It's like, on our religion, that's how propaganda works. You say you say a lie enough, people will believe it. If the bigger the lie, more likely people will believe it. And when a nation cries for vengeance, that lie turns into a wildfire. I learned about this when I played Modern Warfare 3 back in 2011. Okay.
even if it's not. It seems so obvious. Maybe it's just something I've never thought about, but
Yeah, there's a lot you haven't thought about, broski. I don't think you've done a lot of thinking ever since you fell truth to the algorithm demon. Honestly, you could have made this video about the NSMB collection. They recently got disproven instead of literally. I mean, someone going to show in ludonarrative dissonance, dissonance, gaslighting.
yeah, that's what happens.
Yes.
That's what happens online all the time.
Yes.
Think about this video and everything we've gone through so far. What I said was taken and it was put on Reddit. And then from Reddit, it was shared on Twitter. Still not calling it X. Then it was shared to news sites. From there, YouTubers made videos. And this isn't just a progressional path, it's also a cycle, because from here, it kept spreading back to Twitter and back to YouTube until it blew out of control, and my name wasn't even being credited anymore. And now,
because no one wants your podcast, little gut.
It was just an anonymous leak. I didn't actually have to write that word. It just felt like it needed more impact. And if you were online seeing all of this from multiple sources, the more that you hear something, the more you believe it. Heck yeah. Oh no. Oh no, people are getting excited.
Second camera game is second camera.
I'm
second
sorry.
camera chat. Second camera.
I swear it's for a good cause.
It's not.
At least my intentions were
no,
good.
your intent. I don't care about your intention.
What I said. Without
you're like, you might say the N word because you're reading it in a text, but the impact is still there, brother. Okay, the impact is still there. Okay, intent versus a consequence. Okay, that's unbelievable, brother. Okay, that's unbelievable. All right.
Verifying it, by the way. That's
if you dapped me up and said my nigga so musty, right? You'd intend for that to be nice, but guess what? I wouldn't interpret it as nice because I don't know you. You're not my nigga. In fact, you're not even my ninja. You're not even my fella. You're nothing.
Side thing, and that should be obvious. One way that all of these outlets and articles and YouTubers and everybody could be better about not spreading misinformation or fake leaks is to maybe verify with the leak, especially when it's as accessible as I am. My DMs are open. So you know how I was worried?
True. I would say that's true. That's a fair point to make. Although I will say when someone, the thing is, right, I think it's a bit different. And I would say it's a bit different in this case. Well, again, what he's just mad he didn't get more traction off it. What would have been interesting, again, what would have made this experiment more interesting is if, say, for example, the rumor, you spread the rumor, it went around. What didn't one of your friends DM you saying, how true is this, right? Let's say a couple of your friends DM'd you and said, hey, how true is this? You told each of them like a separate lie saying, oh, this one's from a Nintendo insider. This one is from a credible 4chan leaker. This one was from the guy that used to run the Pioro account. See how far it goes. See what happened. Like, does the clarification from your friends end up spreading just as hard as the room? Like, that could have been quite interesting. Like, is the context catching up also like affect the overall leak legs that the rumor spreads? How much like mutation occurs in that front? Like, what ends up happening? You could have done that. You could have seen like, how many times do I have to add information for the context to truly get lost, right? So like, for example, you had your initial leak, then you had like your clarification to your friends. So your clarification ended up being just as prominent. Does it end up falling up the tag and no impact whatsoever? Like, say you made a third statement, which was, hey guys, I made a mistake. It's actually not Pokemon Coliseum. Does that end up like initially impacting with the rumor? Like how much again, you could have made like something a bit more interesting in this regards, but instead you just made a standard leak. You could have made this a lot more interesting based off the fact that you're faking something. Like, but you didn't. But a creator exposed that his DMs weren't open around the time the rumor came out. Ooh, he's lying. Unbelievable.
That I was tainting the experiment by being the one to leak it because it was me. So of course people.
Okay, it was Rare Pendoodle X chat message that isn't just the word Sonic. So what is a rumor? It starts with a story. Maybe it's true, maybe not. But once it's repeated, it's hard to defeat it. Now look at the mess you've got. Disgusting.
were going to believe me. There's actually a name for that too, and that's authority bias. You can still read all this, right?
Yes, the appeal to popularity. Oh, sorry, appeal to authority. Yes, it's one of the fallacies. Yes,
it's getting.
I knew about this. I would say the illusory truth effect. I don't know if that's what's actually called. I would say that was at least interesting to bring up. I already knew about this, but I'd say it's at least interesting to bring up. Yes, I think this is something that, again, psychology 101. Most people know about authority bias. I would say you're not exactly treading new ground with authority bias here.
A little chicken scratchy.
I'll be real with
If
you.
someone you trust says something, you're more likely to believe it without questioning it.
His videos get millions and millions of views.
Literally.
He's got nearly 2 million subscribers.
If anything, I don't blame people for doing this because they're literally stating that you're a credible source. Why would you? What incentive would you have to lie? It's one of those, like, it's a fallacy, but it's a fallacy I don't necessarily blame the average person for, like, falling for. You know? Like, yeah, like, even Pierce just said it. Like, this is what I was about to say, yeah. Appeal to authority is only a fallacy when the authority is misplaced. 2 million, yes, exactly, literally. If the authority was misplaced, it'd be interesting. If you made up a random room on 4chan and it spread as far as this, then yeah, you could talk about, like, authority bias. But authority bias doesn't have, like, appeal to authority doesn't have a factor in it because you are the authority. What are we doing here?
So this is probably one of the most reliable leaks, rumors that we've honestly gotten in a long time.
Again, none of this sizzle reel stuff helps you. That's the sad bit about this video chat. Everything he's put in his sizzle reels, like his compilations, are like doing the opposite to help, but he thinks it's helping, I guess?
The largest Nintendo content creator in the world. He says he knows
just
a
speed
Nintendo
this up
Direct
a
is
bit.
happening. People are going to pay attention, not just because he's really large, but because he doesn't do this.
Think about when you were growing up, right? And your parents would tell you anything and you would just believe it. Like they told you that, like, Rover went to go live on a beautiful farm. And you were like, okay, well, I hope Rover has a nice time.
Yeah, because when you're a kid, your parents are like the knowers of all knowledge. Why would you not trust what they have to say? In the same way, why would average gamer Scrunkly have to discredit big gaming YouTube that doesn't do this? If anything, the sizzle reel almost seems like an ego boost to drag how much subs he has. I wouldn't say that. I am thinking it though, don't worry about that.
Like when Elon told you that it was just a regular salute. But because my words carry a lot of weight, that puts a lot of responsibility on me to be careful with those words.
Actually, you know what? I think the ego line that that Puzzle Oddball was saying, I think might track gamers. Because if you don't, like, if you guys are wondering, what's this? 2.4K VPH, 0.9 time? That's like an extension you install to, like, track the metrics of your videos. So he's literally showing it, like, he has this thing installed to, like, view stats and when you get into the numbers, he really is algorithm maxing, because I think it's called vidIQ. I think I used it for a bit. I don't really find it too useful, if I'm being honest. But he's literally algorithm maxing. It's fucking
that puts a lot
terrible,
of responsibility on me to be careful with those words, which I am. I am.
Hang on, can I hear that again?
To be words carry a lot of weight. That puts a lot of responsibility on me to be careful with those words, which I am.
You are not.
Am.
Nope.
100% of the time, I promise I am.
No,
this is the
you
one
made up a rumor.
outlier. I had
No.
a dumb idea. For
I don't trust it. Yeah, listen, you're Mr. Mario Kart is $80, and that's so bad. But then one first impressions video, like, it costs $80. It's gonna be worth the money, guys. I don't trust you, broski.
And I am so sorry.
I don't trust
There
you.
is one
I don't
more
trust you.
bias that applies to what happens when a leak spreads, and it's called effect bias. This is where people base the truth on how it makes them feel.
Again, chat, do you think you learned anything new? Effect, yes. People like it when they hear good things. Yep. Shocker.
The emotional response they get from what they read or they see or they hear.
You're a Nintendo YouTuber. You should know something about emotional responses, broski. Your community's full of them. What are you talking about?
Here will affect whether or not they think it's true. Not on.
And I'm just saying, beat 'em ups. Drock just said, maybe on opposite day. I think you got hooked and cooked, broski. You literally got. I think you got ruined, brother. You got ruined.
How accurate it is. It's quite simply just a feeling.
Why would I buy the Nintendo Switch 2 when I have a perfectly good Switch here at home? Yes, a YouTuber said that there's a potential leak for new Animal Crossing for the Switch 2. Oh. I've actually always been a fan and a supporter of the Switch 2, and I can't wait to buy it.
I really...
That's just someone making a funny TikTok. Not one that I found funny, but they're just obviously doing something for humor. Pits, calm down. Calm down, soldier. Calm down.
Hope this turns out to be true. I believe it would be really exciting to get an Animal Crossing game this early into the Switch generation.
It seems fitting. Let's hold hands and manifest, because this could be our time, Animal Crossing fans.
Yes, people also like believing that heaven is real. That's just because people want something to believe. People want to believe, you know? Aliens, God, Allah, flying spaghetti monster. Satoru Iwata even.
If the headline makes you excited or angry or hopeful or scared, the more likely you are to share that headline, to run with it. That's why YouTubers are more likely to make their video title YouTuber leaks new Animal Crossing coming 2026 rather than unconfirmed rumor suggests possible upcoming announcement. That one doesn't make you feel much. And then,
well, the difference is, like, this is just a catchier title. Like you use it to, like, they just play. You would know this. You would know about playing the game, broski. Like, if someone titled the video this, but in the video they were like, "Hey, it's an unconfirmed rumor. We're not sure about it." There's nothing wrong with that. Like, clickbait gets the people going. Like, I'm okay with this. Like, what do you mean? Of course, this video is going to get more clicks. It's just more attention grabby. That's just what you want. But then when you click on the video proper, you want it to have some substance, you know?
Then we click on it. We click on the clickbait. We always do. And we hate it. We hate.
No, I don't hate click. I respect clickbait. It works. If I see a juicy title, I'm like, hey, hey, respect. What I don't respect is if the content doesn't back up the clickbait. That's when I click don't recommend channel again, all right?
That we do it, but we do it because it makes us feel alive. It makes us feel. And in this case,
it makes you feel. Fucking hell.
It's the case of my fake leak.
Yeah, clickbait is just a strat. It has to be used. But yeah, exactly. I don't mind the odd click. Listen, I'm pro clickbait. The issue is if you click bait, but there's no bait to click, then don't recommend channel. But like, if the person made that video, Animal Crossing huge leak, and then they credit the source, they'll clear that it's unconfirmed. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Fair.
It was the feeling of excited and hopefulness that made this go viral. Whereas this video is probably more likely to affect people in that way.
Well, it's because you suck. That's why.
Which I'm very nervous about. In fact, that's
you should be. Good. I'm adding to the pile. I'm piling on.
Oh, that's me.
Good.
This is all of us right here.
You should be scared. You just made shit up for no reason.
Emotions that
you ruined my life. I bet my whole house on Coliseum NSO GCN, and my house is. I'm living. Okay, this ain't a green screen, gamers. This is not a green screen. I'm in an alleyway outside fucking Croydon, and it's your fault. It's your fault. I want you to understand that. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
This very fact, this effect bias, it applies here directly to Animal Crossing. It's why my leak blew up more than if I had said something like a new Chibi Robo game was coming out, because then I'm relying on Eugene, the one Chibi Robo fan, to spread this leak for me, and you can't go viral with just Eugene. Recently,
so my algorithm games, my algorithm.
A lot of people have been feeling like Animal Crossing is coming, and possibly even really close to being announced. So when I said one was, they believed me because they wanted to.
The Animal Crossing tease for 2026, getting us that franchise far earlier in the life cycle than Switch 1, which to me, like we can talk about this more later, but to me, giving it to us that early means they have more long-term
feeling
plans.
Right is more important than being right. That's effect bias. Researching and learning about...
And again, normally I would say that's a bad thing for people to let their emotions get the better of them. But they had a trusted source, or what they thought, should I say, past tense, what they thought was a trusted source. I don't exactly blame people for falling for the rumor mill. Ideally, people will now learn, hey, even big YouTubers you can't trust. Be careful. But yeah, I don't blame people for falling for this. I don't blame people. When they say 4chan rumor, I'm like, yeah, you guys are idiots. When it's
psychology and biases, it's not a journey I expected to go on when I decided to lie on my podcast. But it also is the biggest revelation I had on this weird, deceitful journey. I've said multiple times in this video that I am very sorry and that I regret doing this. And I am, and I do. But
Hey, listen, don't be sorry. Don't apologize to me, broski. No one's gonna believe you ever again, and I don't think they should. I think it should be a black mark on your record that should follow you for your entire career. Well and truly, I believe this. You tanked your career for what? You wearing a lab coat with some like psych terms that most people either knew about if they at least didn't know the name of. What was the point of this?
This experiment quite literally could not have happened unless somebody lied and then tracked it, because it couldn't have been.
Or you could have waited for an actual leak and saw how that tracked. What would be wrong with that? That could have made for an interesting, like, faux documentary like you're doing now. You didn't have to be the one to start it. You could have literally just made an alt account and gone 4chan and see if it spreads that way.
A real leak.
And if if Nintendo leaks are as common as you say they are, surely there would have been one around the corner, you know? Also, wouldn't a game that's all about checking every day to be good wouldn't a game that's about checking every day good to have towards the beginning of the system to really be a smart thing to do as well? Like, I don't think I'm biased and say that. Yeah, I would say yeah, the game wise, I think especially considering how well Animal Crossing did on the Switch as well. Didn't it sell fucking gangbusters? Like, it seems like it could, like, he said, oh, if I did Chibi Robo, no one would believe me. That's neither here nor there. But Animal Crossing especially would have, like, people have been clamoring for a new game for ages, you know? I think the problem here is that he acts like he's bringing new information when he's just, when this is just about what happens every time a leak goes out. It's useful for sure, but not a major revelation. I think that's probably the nicer way of putting it. It's like, you didn't need to do, like, he didn't need to make this video, and he tanked his credibility.
If it was real, none of this would matter. People believing something that's fake.
Yeah, just go to the Pokemon community. Like, literally, brother, you're literally, I could make an entire video, put this on the docket. Hey, listen, Pokemon fans, I want to make another, you Musquire volunteers, I want to make another temporary thread. One of you ranking every fake Pokemon leak. My favorite one has to be, oh my god, my favorite one has to be, what's it, where is it? Give me a sec. This is easily my favorite one. This image. Holy shit, this image, every time I remember this image, chat, I gain an extra year on my life. Mega Clink Clang gamers. Mega Clink Clang. They thought there was going to be a mega evolution for Clink Clang. And it was going to look like a fucking... It's so bad. It was so fun. I'm telling them, we need to do that video now. We need to, you know, I'm literally going to make it tomorrow. I'm going to make a temporary channel on my Discord. I want to compile as many like fake Pokemon leaks as possible. There was a second image as well. It was this one. It was this one as well. There was a second fake image, gamers. Look at his hands on it. This is like my favorite leak. I fucking love this. This was such a good fake leak. Oh, holy. The Pokemon community has had some all-time homers. I'm telling you. The Pokemon community has had some all-time home runs. I'm telling you, man. We need to make that video. The more I think about it. Especially because that one claimed it was 3 to... Oh, I don't remember that bit. Electric, Steel, and Dragon. Really? Fucking hell, man. Yeah, it's like, listen, man. Leaks are fun when they can be. Well, unfortunately, this one isn't, Mr. Beat-em-ups. We're kind of lame.
That's what was important here. And now we can look at this and we can know exactly how and why our brains activate when we see leaks. So that moving forward, if we see something else, we can maybe better identify if it is real or if we just want it to be real.
You could have told us all of this without tanking your credibility. That's the worst bit about it. Chat, I could have told you this. Yeah, when there's rumors, be a bit responsible. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to fall for the hype cycle of something that you don't know is going to happen. Hey, guess what? I told you that for free. I didn't have to tank my credibility. Crazy.
Real. While it's easy to blame YouTubers and people on Twitter for posting and resharing and commenting on these leaks, it's also our own personal biases that makes them spread like wildfire. And the people resharing them are also just people. While it's easy to write them off as just a YouTuber wanting views, they're also a human being that are experiencing their own biases to what they are hearing, getting hopeful and excited and wanting to believe them as much.
I think okay, when I see randos on Twitter, I think those are just random human beings. I think the YouTubers in question, especially any that had any connection to you, should have reached out if they were being 100% responsible. While I don't blame them for sharing the leaks, considering it was from a credible source or a former credible source, I do think that all of them should have at least made some attempt to reach out to you for some journalistic integrity. Because what are gaming news channels if not the modern day journalists? They should have. So, ironically, the one YouTuber in this video who I don't have a liking to, which is RGT, I think his name was RGBLGBT. He actually reached out to you. Like, if anything, he's the most ethical of all because he reached out and said, "Hey, what's going on here, broski?" If anyone, I would say anybody who reached out to him can hold their head high and say they did their journalistic due diligence. Everyone else, I would say, slap on the wrist, okay? Check your sources next time or verify, or at least reach out.
Much as you do, it just so happens that they also have a platform to share their thoughts, ideas, and opinions on. And if you're clicking on those thoughts and ideas and opinions to have your biases confirmed, you're as bad as they are, or as good as they are.
No, I would say the onus is on the YouTuber at hand, not the viewer. The onus is on the YouTuber at hand to make sure they're what they're talking about, especially if it's news, is sourced as accurately as they possibly could. So I would say you're kind of, so when you say this statement,
clicking on those thoughts and ideas and opinions also have a platform to share their thoughts, ideas, and opinions on. And if you're clicking on those thoughts and ideas and opinions to have your biases confirmed, you're as bad as they are, or as good as they are. I mean, to err is human. To be human is good. We can all fall.
I think you're writing again. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say every gaming news YouTuber has to be like held to the coals of like the finest journalistic integrity. But I would say, yeah, I would say any gaming YouTuber that spread this rumor, as long as they made it clear it's a rumor, I would say the charges are dropped. But I would say if you made no attempt to reach out to beat 'em ups to verify, at least to make some comment, definitely a slap on the wrist, and you should do better next time. Definitely.
Fall victim to a fake rumor if it's something that we really care about. So. It's not like we can beg the people that post leaks, fake or otherwise, to pretty please just stop doing it. I mean, that's never going to happen. Well,
maybe you could not do fake leaks.
He mentioned that you could try to verify the source, especially when
I said the same thing.
Is so publicly available. But that's not always.
Although, hang on, just to clarify, chat. Hey, I'm going to make it clear, unverified. My fiance has made the claim. I don't have a source. My fiance has made a claim that apparently, as of the time, what's it? He didn't have his DMs open. Again, I'm making a rumor has it, games. Rumor has it. And my source is my fiance. Yeah, but to be fair, he's a massive YouTuber, likely won't respond, and a slop needs to get out there fast. A rumor, if you will. I would say you have to at least make the attempt. 100%. I don't care how small you are and how big the YouTuber is in question. You have to make if you want to keep your journalistic due diligence. I would say you have to at least make an attempt for comments. You have to. If, say, I wanted to verify a piece of information, I would at least send an email. So at least I have a paper trail to say, hey, I tried. You have to. I would say you have to, definitely. Okay, this is what my fiance linked me this in regards to... you see this person, game? Oh, my TikTok is blowing up. You see how he's used this person as a source? We'll watch this. Should we watch this? Watch this after. This is her thoughts on the video. Apparently, she was taken out of context horribly throughout this entire video, which is even worse, gamers. Ooh.
Possible. And it also doesn't always mean that you're going to get a reply as soon as you want to make a video. So instead, in the same vein, let's take a look at how my leak was described online. In fact, throughout this video, I've actually been intentionally referring to what I did as a leak. In fact, I think I've said the word leak at least 50 times so far, and none of you probably even batted an eye, because that's what I did, right? I leaked something.
I would say so.
Except I didn't. I can't tell you how I know.
You made something up? But as far as everyone's concerned, you leaked something, yes.
Information what you will.
How do you know?
I can't tell you. I just said I can't tell you how I know. I don't know how much of that is true, and I never get information. I'm skeptical. Don't take my word for it. I didn't leak anything. I mean, yeah, because I was lying, but that's not what I mean. I didn't show any proof of anything. I didn't reveal anything real. Even if I had a real...
That's just common nomenclature? Are you really gonna... Actually, are you really gonna... Yeah, that's just common nomenclature. That's just what people say. When you say that you're not sure, you're skeptical, but you have that you've heard some things and that this is going to happen, Animal Crossing, blah blah blah. Yes, that is information that is classified that was not supposed to be told, i.e., a leak. So, for people saying it, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yes, I don't blame people for using. It's like. You could be annoyed that people called it a leak, but technically, is that not what it is? That is literally, even if definitionally that's not what, even if you say, well, technically it was a fucking lie, that's the common nomenclature. That's what people use. It's a bit sad how people, for example, say literally when they say figuratively, but that's just kind of the common nomenclature. That's just kind of what people say. This is just sad. It kind of is, isn't it? You made a fake leak. You're mad. You made a leak. You faked the leak, made it, and I see argument semantics. Technically, guys. Holy shit. I should be quiet. It's 1 a.m. Fuck my life, broski. The more I think about it, the worse it is.
No source, which I didn't. It would have been me just spreading a rumor. A leak is something much more tangible. It's more real. Like, you remember when the phone...
You literally said, like, you have reason to believe... Like, you heavily implied... You might not have said... You heavily implied that you knew some information that you shouldn't otherwise. Or someone told you information that you shouldn't have told people otherwise. Which, would that not be the definition of a leak? And even if, again, even if you're going to argue, technically, actually, it's a rumor. Is that, like, what is a leak and rumor, but if not, in effect, the same thing? Broski, I have to laugh, because if I laugh, this is bad. Holy shit. Oh my god. We're really going to get into fucking lexicography with beat-em-ups. Fuck my life, broski.
Photos of the Switch 2 shell and design and motherboard and everything posted online from the factory. That's a leak. Or like...
So what you're saying is that because you were too lazy to make up a fake infographic for Animal Crossing, it technically wasn't a leak. Gamers, because you didn't make up a fake, like, blurry 240p screenshot, it technically wasn't a leak. Ergo, checkmate. How can you protect Crom if you can't protect yourself? I fight for my friends. You'll get no sympathy from me. Is that what we're doing right now? The future is not written. Is that what we're doing right now? Fuck my life.
Like when footage of The Last of Us 2 gameplay was circulating online well before the game released. That's a leak. What I did, it was a rumor. And if you think I'm just splitting hairs here, I'm not.
Yes.
I really do feel like definition is important here. And I think all of the new...
If they are in effect to the same end, it doesn't really matter. If leak and rumor are used so interchangeably in the gaming space, they effectively mean the same thing in that we are sharing information that otherwise shouldn't have been shared. In effect, they're basically the same thing. Like, you're just splitting atoms at this point. Okay, even if I was to give it to you, you've maybe gone from up here to, like, here. Notice I barely moved my arms. It makes no difference. It led to the same outcome.
News journalism articles felt the same way because all of the articles and even the Reddit thread, and even when Stealth covered the Reddit thread, they all used the word rumor. But every single YouTuber said it was a leak. And I want to be clear, I'm not blaming anyone because...
You should. Like, and again, he's going to do the picture. He's going to do the... I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not blaming... No. I'm not calling shade. I'm not doing shade. In effect, you are. You're calling them, like, hack frauds, essentially, for using the wrong terminology. But, again, this is one of those things where, like, rumor and leak are so similar. Like, from... No random applause. I'm just like... What did you expect? Yeah, they're YouTubers. They want to make money. Journalists have to hold themselves to journalistic integrity. YouTubers don't. They're just fucking idiots in their bedroom. Good grief.
Before this experiment, I would have 100% done the same thing because I didn't really understand the difference in the definition. I never really thought about it like that. But
most people haven't thought about it, you know? And I understand if you want to, like, die on the hill of, I want to split the difference. I want to be the guy that stakes the claim and says, I want to make sure there's a difference between leak and rumor. There is a better way to do it than to tank your credibility, honestly.
That's where fake rumors become fake leaks, and you accidentally end up misleading the public. I'm really not trying to call anybody out.
You are though. You are. This is the worst bit. You know how much I hate this shit. You are calling people out. Just say it. Just say they shouldn't have said the word leak because it wasn't a leak. The rumor. The journalist said rumor. You should have said rumor. But you wanted money. You wanted more money than you wanted to be accurate. That's what you want to say to them. But you don't want to say it to them. You don't want to call people out because they're already mad at you.
Out here, because again, would have done the same thing. But I do think this is a key moment here, and it's even reflected in Nintendo Prime's comment section with one of the top comments echoing exactly what I'm saying, that we need a clearer distinction between what is a rumor and what is a leak.
And you should call them out for it instead of saying, I'm not calling it. Call them out. Fucking call them out. How are you going to take your own credibility for a simple change of nomenclature, but you don't want to call people out? You're the one trying to change our, like, collective vocabulary. But instead, you're not going to stand on business and be like, hey, all of you fuckers who said leak, you're lying. You were lying for clickbait. And yeah, I might have lied, but you guys were lying. You motherfuckers lied. Instead of calling them out, you've opted not to?
Especially so when I feel like so much of the original context has been removed. So
that's just what happens with anything on the internet.
I don't know how much of that is true. I'm skeptical. Don't take my word for it. All of that context got lost in that Reddit thread, and they think, well, if it's a leak, surely he gave proof. Surely there's a reason why all of these people are talking about it online. And I'm going to let the illusory...
Well, but in most of the videos you showed me, they made it clear that they trust you because you're the source. That's why.
Truth effect go to work because everybody is echoing what he said.
And yeah, even I just noticed that. Gamers. Your title says leak. Why did you say leak? Because it's more of a salacious word to use than rumor. Because when you see new Nintendo rumor, you're like, oh. When you see new Nintendo leak, you're like, oh, yeah.
Said, so it must be true. So let me suggest this. If you're covering a story or you're talking
Crazy.
about something that you heard, if there's no...
Hey, did you see on vidIQ? It was like, if you say rumor, it'll be 0.8x. But if you say, it'll get like 100 VPH. But if you say leak, it'll take like 200 VPH. So you gotta make sure the numbers. You gotta do the numbers.
Proof or evidence of the actual thing. Let's call it what it is. A rumor. Let's...
Okay, do you want to lead by example then, dipshit? Do you want to lead by example? Remember, gamers, one of his biggest points here on what we can do is change the language. He wants to adjust the nomenclature of how people talk about, how people use language. He wants to adjust our lexicon. He wants to change the cultural zeitgeist. He wants to start a movement, gamers. But he's so full of shit because he won't even do it himself. He won't even do it himself.
Save the word leak for when something actually leaks. Like my kitchen ceiling recently. Got a big hole in it now. That's a leak. This one simple shift could stop a lot of misinformation from spreading online. So I guess what I'm saying ultimately is if you...
I honestly don't think it'd be that much of a difference if you're asking me. I think when people say leak or rumor, then they're effectively used interchangeably. So I don't think it'd make that much... The worst part is I don't think it'd make that much of a... It's just L after L with this guy, isn't it? Holy shit. Even if right now, let's say, boom, it's now rumor instead of leak. What are we going to see in a week from now, chat? New Nintendo rumor confirms Devil May Cry 5 exclusive to Switch 2. It's going to be the same shit.
You're out there and you hear someone say, oh, did you hear that Wood lied about a fake leak? You can say, no, he didn't. He didn't. He lied about a fake rumor.
No, it was the same shit. Okay.
And that's better, maybe. I want to be clear that this whole experiment is not about stopping speculation. It was about recognizing the difference between a leak, a rumor, the truth, and also just trying to learn how leaks and rumors spread. It's fun.
And you tanked your credibility to do it. Amazing, brother. Amazing.
To talk about things, to speculate, to get hyped. And honestly, we need more of that and less of all of the junk we have.
Did this guy, hang on, did this guy wear the Sonichu medallion? He might have, honestly. Either him or his ancestors might have in a past life. I don't know.
To speculate, to get hyped. And honestly, we need more of that and less of all of the junk we have to see and deal with every single day. But maybe after this video, if you see another leak or rumor online pop up, you can ask yourself, do I believe this because it's true or because I want it to be?
My apology tour. Holy shit. And he's even going to put his apology tour in here as well. Guys, I said sorry to all my friends.
Oh, that looks a lot better than mine.
That's all right. You don't normally do camera?
No, I don't. And I honestly can't see why they would lie about this at all.
Well, it's really nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to meet you too.
But I wanted to call you because I wanted to be honest and open with you specifically about the fact that I lied.
Okay.
I had an idea for a video that I'm working on.
He's like, he is not taking any of this bullshit. He is not taking any of this shit sitting down, gamers. He's like, who is this fucking guy? Who is this motherfucker calling me to put... I made a whole ass video. Honestly. He's mad. You can just see it, gamers. You can see it. You can just see. Do you see it, gamers? I see it, gamers. I see it. I see that. I see the anger. You see the anger in his face, gamers. I see the anger. The anger mark right there. He's fucking fuming, gamers. He's fucking it's that gamer rage. It's right there, gamers. You can see that. It's palpable, gamers. It's palpable. I saw it right there. I thought with my own eyes.
I feel so guilty about it now.
Look at game. You can see body language analysis. You guys, you can see based on the image that I'm about to show you that he's like kind of angry, gamers. He's kind of angry. He's kind of mad right now. He's kind of mad. He's kind of mad. As you can see from the big frown and the fangs, he is kind of sad, gamers. And he's also got like creases on his forehead to indicate he's like, he's mad. You know what I mean? He's just mad, gamers. He's big mad, and as he should be. And then the beat 'em ups is there like, no, I'm and then beat 'em ups is there like, no, I'm really fuck. Hang on, give me a pen, give me a fucking pen. Beat 'em ups is there like, I'm sorry, no, I did it wrong, gamers. I did it wrong. No, he's like sad. Look, he's so sad, gamers. Look, he's so sad. He's also got fangs as well. He's also got fangs. But then secretly, gamers, you guys can't see this. I have like Shimigami eyes. Do you know what he secretly has, gamers? Look. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I see. Oh my god, there it is. Gamers. There in the background, gamers. In the background. Oh my god. There it is, gamers. There it is. He is the evil burger. Gamers. I'm just saying. I'm just showing you guys what I'm seeing. I'm just putting on picture what I'm seeing right now, chat. I'm just putting on picture what I'm seeing. I'm seeing loads of craziness, and I'm just showing you guys what it's all about. I'm just showing you guys what it's all about. Okay, that's what I'm doing. This is big, huge beat 'em ups to news, gamers.
I really regret the whole thing, but the idea was I wanted to spread a fake leak and then track how the leak spread online so that I could find a way to stop fake leaks in the future because I hate that they ruin everything. Right. That was the intention. Right. Your reaction specifically, saying things about how you don't know why I would lie about this and that you trusted me. And so I wanted to apologize to you and the entire Animal Crossing community, because that was really the thing that got hit the hardest by this. That was really what made it all go viral, is people just so excited for Animal Crossing, and that was the biggest reaction.
That's true, yeah. Obviously, I can't speak for the whole Animal Crossing community, but I mean, yeah, I was definitely skeptical about the leak. I remember saying in the very first video I made about it that
I hope Crossing Channel calls him out. Just be like, yeah, you fucking lied to me. I'm fucking pissed.
Trusted you, and I think you're a good source. What I tried to say is he isn't the leaker himself. He got it from a source or such. I guess that's what the post on Reddit was suggesting anyways. So I did say, you know, it's always good to be skeptical about leaks because well, yeah, things like this can happen and you don't know if they're true. I accept your apology.
Oh, thank you.
Damn it. Boo! Look, no, look at him. He's got horns. He's got horns, and there's an S, a backwards S, and then there's a trident. He's evil, Burger Crossing. Don't say sorry.
You don't have to.
I'm sure I can understand where you're coming from because leaks can be really frustrating.
No, he's evil. He is the evil burger. No.
The whole sort of leak culture behind these games, you just never know.
Yeah.
Really, I suppose
he's reeling
that's
you
kind
in.
of my biggest takeaway.
No.
Leaks aren't guaranteed to be real. They could be.
Well, I love how we got just as much information out of this guy who didn't make a video out of this guy who made the whole video.
No.
Wild.
That was the whole point.
It'd be kind of crazy if they suddenly came out and actually did a Nintendo Direct next month or something, and that was the last thing.
Would you like to predict when, so we can pass the heat off to you?
From what I know of Animal Crossing release timescales and stuff like that, I would say no later than 2027. No insider info, just pure vibes from me.
Wow, but he makes it clear he's just vibing. Crazy. Beat him up. Wow.
And I appreciate you taking my call.
Unbelievable. He's evil, gamers. This is him. He's fake crocodile. Gamers, do you see it? Hang on. Do you see it, gamers? Do you see it in the background? Do you see it in the background, gamers? Do you see it in the background? It's the tears, gamers, are crocodile tears. They're crocodile tears, gamers. That's what they are. They're not Demeech tears, no, because Demeech is not. Demeech will not lie. It's not Demeech, gamers. They are crocodile tears, gamers. They are King K. Rool tears.
And yeah, I appreciate you hearing me out.
I appreciate you at least owning it and coming out and
you should have owned it.
What's true rather than sort of passing it off and saying, oh no, they said this or they said that. You know, I think it's better just to be honest at the end of the day, even if people are upset. It's always better to be truthful, really. So yeah, that's what I would take from it.
My intention was always to come clean, and it was.
Your intention was shit, bro.
Now I could just say my source was wrong, and I made a mistake, and I'm never going to trust them again, and pretend like it was all a lie. I could do that, but that's not the video. That was never the point. The point wasn't to actually lie in the end. It was to be honest and to tell the truth and make this video. The video's over, if you couldn't tell. But there was a couple of things I did want to say that I just couldn't find a good...
Just saying, gamers. You noticed it too, right? You noticed it too, chat? You noticed it too? Gamers. I wonder why the dog is there. Gamers, I wonder why the dog is there. I wonder what, and just to clarify, mostly, like, what if the dog just happened to be there? You're talking to the guy, chat, who had a two-camera setup going on. He knows what he's doing when it comes to shot composition. He knows what he's doing, gamers. Do you know who else had a dog in his apology video?
All right, Cooper, I have no idea how I'm going to record this video.
Gamers. I don't know. I'm noticing things, gamers.
Cooper.
I'm noticing. And it's in a living room. The dog is in frame when it doesn't need to be. Interesting.
Them again and pretend like it was all a lie. I could do that, but that's not the video. That was never the point. The point wasn't to actually...
Do you know who else had a dog in his apology video? Actually true. I'm just saying, beat 'em ups. I'm just saying.
lie in the end. It was to be honest and to tell the truth and make this video. The video's over, if you couldn't tell. But there was a couple of things I did want to say that I just couldn't find a good spot to add them into the video. For anybody that still doesn't believe me, that the whole point of this was that I hate gaming leak. I had this Zelda Switch.
I don't believe you, I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe you in the slightest. And you should have just said my insider lied. You should have just said that. I'm gonna be frank with you. Someone in the chat said his car isn't in frame like T Martin's was. And I do have an exclusive image, gamers. I do have an exclusive image to show you. His car is in the background. It's right there. Can you guys not see it? His car's in the background, gamers. It's right there. It's literally T Martin version 2.0.
2 weeks before Nintendo even revealed it. Before people even knew if this was a real thing, I had it in my house. But I didn't say a word. I didn't leak. This would have been a leak. But it's not mine to leak. Also, and most seriously of all, I want to give a big apology to Mayor Ren.
I will hire every single Etsy witch I can to put a curse upon you.
Please hire every Etsy witch, brother. Come on.
Please don't put that Etsy curse on me. And if you do, sucked in. I already bought my own Etsy protection spell. And I said, I need a protection spell to protect me from the possible incoming witch spells. So I've Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card was spelled in advance. You can't get me. Please don't do it. I'm scared of spells. I was scared even buying this. And it was only $8. But I do promise you I will never lie to you again. And if I do lie...
You couldn't even commit to the bit.
I'll be honest about lying eventually. Eventually the truth will be out. Eventually the truth will come out, and it'll be through my mouth for the first time. So, you're welcome.
How very apt that the recommended video is the Nintendo Direct could have been an email, when this entire video could have been an email. Wow. So gamers, anyway, one of the creators he kept prominently featuring, she was not happy with this. She was not happy with this, gamers. Wow. Let's have a look.
Clickbait.
Recently, a lot of people have...
And this is...
Hang on. Can we turn you...
A lot of people have been feeling like an Animal Crossing is coming. When I said one was, they believed me because they wanted to.
Full transparency, I'm an AC fan, so I want them to be true.
This experiment quite literally could not have happened unless somebody lied.
False. If someone you trust says something, you're more likely to believe it without questioning it.
Everybody could be better about not spreading misinformation, fake leaks. YouTubers are more likely to make their video title, YouTuber leaks new Animal Crossing.
Maybe verify with the leak. My DMs are open.
DM was after he uploaded his video, not before. Damn.
And it also doesn't always mean that you're going to get a reply. So much of the original context has been removed.
Speaking of context, a lot of mine was left out. I actually did a video on all the timelines of the Animal Crossing releases over the years so that my viewers could decide for themselves what they wanted to believe.
I went on such a deep dive.
I did the reasonable thing and did a deep dive.
If you're out there and you hear
Oh my god, that's even worse. Holy shit. Hang on, that's even worse. So her video wasn't like a slop leak, new leak, la, 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 la. She was literally going, okay, there's a rumor. Let's put our thoughts together and piece it together and timeline it and see how credible this is. Holy shit. That's even worse.
Someone say, oh, did you hear that Wood lied about a fake leak? You can say, no, he didn't.
So let me suggest this. If you're covering a story, let's call it what it is.
And
but she wasn't doing that though. She wasn't like falling for the. She actually. That's embarrassing. that is actually shocking. If that's true, which I don't have any reason to not distrust her, trust but verify. That's insane. That is actually insanity. I'll be real with you. Crazy, absolutely crazy, Moresty. That is insane work. Insane work. That's what I'll say. Insane work. Fuck. Oh, he took down the. Oh, hang on. And then also, just to clarify, while I was streaming this live, at some point I showed that he was live. Talking about this leak gamers, I was like, oh, can we see the VOD? VOD's gone. VOD's gone, gamers. VOD's gone. So how sorry was he really if he unlisted his apology tour, gamers? If he delisted it, honey, have you got a link? Honey, send me a link. Is it private or is it unlisted? If it's unlisted, we can skim it a little. Right now, is it private or is it unlisted? Send me the link. I watched it before going here. Okay, well, send me. Can I see a link? Is it like okay? Is it private or is it unlisted? Because if it's private, that's even worse. That's even worse, I'll be real with you. Because, like, he apologized and, but, like, not... Is on his podcast channel? No, he was live. He was live on this channel. Like, literally, like, as I was watching this, I was going to take a look at his apology after. But, like, how sorry can he be, really, if he delisted the VOD? Crazy? That's what I'm saying? Crazy? Crazy stuff? Is it... Can we get confirmation? We'll have a look at the comments. Until then, we'll get confirmation of whether it's public or whether he private. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit, hang on. It's right there. You can ask me live. Hang on. It's right here. My fake Nintendo leak and the actual Nintendo Direct addressing the fake leak. This is 5 days ago. Wasn't he just talking about it now, though? Wasn't it right now? Can we get confirmation? I don't see anywhere you don't shoot history, so he must have. So he privated it. Oh! Oh, no. Oh no, that's crazy. That is crazy. So how? All I'm saying is, how sorry are you really that you were live talking about this? But how sorry are you really if you unlisted the whole thing or privated the whole video? Wild. That's what I'll say. Wild. Very, very wild, my brother, my fella. Let's have a look at the comments, shall we? Should we have a look at bingo? I would love to do bingo, but I have to leave. It's 1:30 games. I'm 1 hour and a half past my scheduled time. So we are gonna, for 20 minutes I watched it, his chat was mixed, he kept apologizing and saying, I understand if no one trusts me anymore. Honey, is it in your history? Please check. Please double check, honey. I need 2 people to confirm it for me. I need to know. If so, I want to watch it. Nope. Okay, so we could basically, I've got 2 sources saying that he privated it. Amazing. Amazing stuff, gamers. How sorry are you really, broski? Embarrassing. I hope no one trusts you ever again. Honestly, well and truly. I hope you still have a fruitful career. But I hope no one ever lets you forget this, because this was well and truly one of the worst things you possibly could have done. Good grief, lad. Good grief. The weirdest thing is somehow I avoided all this. True. Not in my history neither, and I watched it earlier. That means it's private, gamers. That means it's private. But look, the top comment. Oh my god, it's right there, gamers. It's right there. It's right there. Look. You guys are blocking it. Move, chat. Get out of the way. It's right there. Gamers, builds a reputation of being reliable. Use it to spread a rumor. I can't believe they trusted me. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Holy shit. Definitely should end it with that. All being said, I heard a rumor about August. Heard. Leak versus rumor distinction is such a valid observation. The word link is way overused. Overused? No, it's not. Default Dan. Of course a default Dan would say this, right? No, it's the same thing. Who gives a shit about the distinction? No? It's whether it's inaccurately overused. It doesn't matter. It generally... even used... Look, true. Doesn't matter. Shit comment. Don't take my word for it. I'm feeling very trusting today. Yeah, but like... Here's a... This is unbelievable. These comments are actually fucking brain dead. Holy shit. No one would have minded if you were wrong. Don't take my word for it. Usually means someone isn't sure. Not that they're lying to you. Not sure you would feel the need to insinuate people are stupid to believe it. Up until now, he's a trusted YouTube reviewer, not a prank bro. Round of applause. Real and true. Yeah, he's a reviewer, exactly. So when did he lie in a review? If he didn't, why is he upset? He's a game reviewer and fan. He reviews games and covers gaming news. He's not a leaker. He's not a source for news. Why did he fake a leak then? Why did he fake a leak? He is somebody in a position of authority where you would assume that if he's talking about games, he would know what he's talking about. So the video says, hey guys, no one said anything, but I heard there's a new Star Fox coming out summer 2026. Then yeah, you can think he's lying. But that's fine, because that isn't what he does anyway. He never claimed to be the leaker. He never does originate news or claims. This is terrible. This is what a hot, humongous lie. Oh my god. You can still trust him in general. This is a gaming and announcement rumor, for Christ's sake. Have some perspective. It's not that serious. I would say, relatively speaking, it kind of is. Obviously, obviously there's much more serious things in the world, but someone of his credibility just making shit up shouldn't be endorsed in the slightest. Bloody hell. He had to lie about a fake rumor to prove how easily it is fake lies spread, and it's annoying and warps expectations, ruining the fun of speculation. But again, he lied about the announcement. He didn't lie about the review or anything people actually rely on him for. People rely on him to tell the truth, to be credible. He is not a leaker. So yeah, that goes against what you're trying to... Ref. That's why you would trust him. That's just typical. That's why you would trust him. In the same way, that's why some of you guys might trust me if I was to say, hey, there's a rumor, because I typically don't leak. That's why you would trust him even more, that he's not a leaker. If he was a leaker, you wouldn't trust. So you don't need to trust him on that. He never lied about his opinions on games. Just get the please do some go home, honestly. Go home. Actually embarrassing behavior. It ain't got me feeling like I'm watching a murder mystery. It was embarrassing, right? Absolutely embarrassing. It's should have been I faked a Nintendo leak to investigate how to lose credibility as a content creator. Owned. Actually owned. Owned and cooked. Kill him. It's not that serious. It is. I would say it is, relatively speaking. He did a good job. Comment should have been I missed the entire point of it. No. Absolutely. Gluck, triple Gluck. Send him home. The real threat was the friends you made along the way. No. Would talk about media literacy and cognitive bias is not what I expected, but this is my jam. Sad. Look at mods of r/gaming rumors are not allowed anything beat 'em up. Yeah, good. Good. That's a good thing. Literally. Why would a subreddit around gaming leaks trust someone who is obviously proven they're not credible? Good. I'm glad. Good. Yes. Literally, yes, good. Literally. Gamers, just remember, beat-em-ups was so shit, he gave gaming journalists a win and Reddit a win, gamers. Can you believe this? Gamers, can you believe this? We have to say rare Reddit W, rare gaming journal W. Because of this twat. Holy. Could his Switch Force more credible than this guy? Real! That's why I don't believe any rumor until Nintendo says it's not true. Yeah, but even then, like, he still killed his credibility doing so. Mom was a diehard Animal Crossing fan. She literally, all she used her Switch to play. She kept telling me about the news popping up in her feed about new AT. So she went out and bought a Switch 2, forcing she loves playing Animal Crossing and will not be telling her about this fit. Oh, no. That's just gamers. Poor mother dearest. Oh my god. That's the most evil thing of all beat-em-ups. There is a poor working mum out there who spent her life savings on a Switch 2 because of you. They're gonna go homeless now because of you. Can you believe this, chat? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Honestly. Someone check on Murph 1017's mum. They're going homeless. I thought your podcast just thought, well, this comes from the guy who got the Zelda OLED early, so he must really know someone. Then entirely forgot about that till I saw this video. Good lord. Nintendo dodged the bullet dropping him. True! That's just mean. Why are you even crediting that? I mean, your reputation played a good part in why people believed you, because why would you put your reputation online for speculation? Since once you lose your credibility, it takes a lot of time to get back. Oh my god. Round of applause, gamers. Round of fucking applause. This was incredible. I hate leak and rumor culture, so it's hard not to get spoiled. Yeah, just stay offline isn't a practical... Just stay offline, bro. Brother, just stay offline. Stay offline. Stay offline. It's actually a lot easier than it looks, I promise you. Stay offline. To go out and just show how rotten gaming journalism and all these YouTubers who find everything as frauds was so satisfying. literally, the every journo he featured, except one arguably, just titled this rumor ethically. They called it a rumor. They made it very clear in the headline. None of them inferred anything that wasn't realistic. As for the YouTubers, the worst you can get them on is that they use a leak when they probably should have said rumor, which, considering in the general gaming nomenclature, that's just a word that people use. What did you expect? That's more of a, what did you expect? So all that gluck for 3 likes and one dislike. Do it again in 5 years, please. Yeah, no, do it. Actually, yeah, listen to this guy. Hey, listen to this guy. Do it again in 5 years. Few things I don't understand. Also, I didn't see the podcast, nor do I care for this general question. People would take your word for it because your numbers and content make you credible. Yes, you acknowledge that. Also, it doesn't matter if you were removed as a variable. If the lighter started a forest fire, does it matter if the lighter was removed? It's already been spread. Guys, let him cook. Let him cook. Hold and pause. Let him cook. Let him cook. Oh, fucking hell. My mouse is acting really sus now. The whole insider thing, how else would you know that information? From an outsider? Where else would you get information where a leak came from? It really doesn't matter if you did not say those words, because you implied you got the information from someone who would, and would it not be from someone from the inside? Hold again, gamers. He might give us a 3-course meal. So, so what was the point again? To me, it seems like the biggest takeaway from this is that you're discerning the difference between a leak and a rumor. I.e. pictures, documents versus statements, words. The whole psychological segment just adds vocabulary words to what humans already experience and inherently understand, even if they do not know the official terminology behind it. The gamers, the Talman 18, the best to ever do it. Give him a round, gamers. 3 goals in the first half. Hat-trick hero, baby. He's the hat-trick hero. Bloody hell. Unbelievable stuff. I don't mind this because people need to remind how easy it is for rumors to turn into truth when enough people believe it. But he didn't have to tank his whole credibility to do it. Downvote. Downvote. This feels like when the villain explains the evil plan to you when you're tied up, it was me all along vibes. Except the plan was, haha! Haha! Literally rips the bag on top of your head. Luther, it was all you? Yes, Superman. It was me. And my evil plan to destroy Metropolis has already taken full swing. You're very evil, Lex Luthor. What is it? What do you have? What's your dastardly plan now? My plan right now, Mr. Superman, is I'm going to take this gun. Is it a kryptonite gun? No, it is loaded with 45 ACP. I'm going to kill myself. How is that going to solve anything, Luthor? It's not. Good job, Lex. 1A. So you're the reason I kept seeing very obviously fake rumors about people last time. I don't trust leaks, and you clearly demonstrate why I give them no credence. Crazy. Every time you talk, every time I heard a leak or rumor on the news, I completely ignored them. So good job with this video. Why would that be a good job? I just saw Superman with a game with my dad. I'm glad. That was a fun film. This shows how no one attempts to verify claims. Applause to RGT85 and the others that contacted you for checking the source. Although, again, from what I've heard, gamers, he had his DMs closed. Again, I can't verify that, so take that with a grain of salt, chat. My fiance told me that apparently his DMs weren't open at the time. So, or at least he didn't respond to DMs, should I say? So, I don't know, to be honest. Well, it's called a rumor. His fame made it a bit credible. Now it won't. True! You have to be someone he responds to be able to verify, and he doesn't respond to... True! Literally! True! This! Oh my god, guys. So much this. So much this. Doesn't this prove that you really shouldn't trust anyone regarding leaks? I mean, Nate the Hate incredibly made claims before. Anyone can make up leaks. Whatever. And this is why exactly why real journalism and research is so important nowadays. Yeah, but the journalists were correct. The journalists were correct. As someone who's seen the podcast episode of the leaks, this is gold. Crazy. This has ramifications beyond gaming. Fake news and misinformation online is such an epidemic. Except this wasn't misinformation. They were right. I hate saying that, chat. The journos were right. Unbelievable. Actually incredible. This was super interesting. Just glad you didn't say Hollow Knight Silksong or was going to have a release date. This was the absolute opposite of interesting. This is one of the most boring videos I've ever watched. You tanked your credibility to show me how rumors spread, which was, yes, the context get lost over time. I could have explained that to you for free. And you gave us a bunch of psych terms that people inherently know. And then you told us what? Make sure you verify your claims, which, again, true, you're right. Try and verify your sources. Did you need to tank your whole fucking credibility to do that? I could have told you that for free, chat. I got my hopes up. Not for nothing. When I heard Luke Kevin Wood, I was already skeptical, because Wood never did leaks before. But as a YouTuber, you're allowed to do whatever you want. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Holy gluck. Holy disgust. These comments are this is gross. Gamers, the gluckery is insane. Here's my problem with your thought experiment. It feels exploitative towards your biggest supporters for views, plain and simple. Use your credibility to intentionally contribute to something you claim as a massive issue in the industry. You do realize your fans are real people with thoughts and feelings. It's easy to push off the responsibility to an individual saying they should improve their media literacy. However, the argument falls flat the second you take a closer look. This rumor impacts the most naive and trusting members of your audience. There are kids that watch your content. Taking responsibility by admitting you lies does not negate the harm you did by doing so. You completely shattered your credibility with your audience. I say this as a long-time fan. I even bought a Switch because of you. You have almost 2 million subscribers. If you thought leaks and rumors were genuinely a big problem online, you could easily make a video regarding the issue, bringing up previous examples, educating your viewers on what to look out for. You could have donned your lab coat and gone in depth on the psychology behind it all and had fun with it. People know how rumors spread online. You're not the first to do so. You didn't have to do the very thing you set out to criticize. You see a bad thing, so you do the bad thing to prove it's bad? That's ridiculous. You say you're proud of this video and what you've learned from it, but what is that exactly? Things like confirmation bias, illusory truth effect, authority bias, effect bias, are all concepts that have existed in psychology for decades. Did you really have to participate in spreading rumors to learn that? Google is 3. Stuff like this is common knowledge. I know many people are going to say I'm only saying this because I fell for it, etc. That's simply not true. I do not own a Switch 2. I don't keep up the Rex. I don't watch the podcast. I'm a casual viewer of your channel. I enjoy the content and things he has to say. However, I do sympathize with the fans that are feeling hurt and embarrassed right now. Animal Crossing community has been desperate for something new for a long time now. It feels wrong to take advantage of that to propel some social experiment. An apology tour will not make up for the masses of AC fans that will inevitably be disappointed due to your lies snowballing. Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing Horizons New. ACHN blew up in the Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm guessing they mixed up there. Is that what it's supposed to be? Animal Crossing New Horizons blew up during a pandemic. New Horizons? Oh, they got it wrong there, okay. Animal Crossing New Horizons blew up in the pandemic and became escapism for people who needed it the most. A lot of people used AC as a tool to help with their mental health, and again, lots of children play this game. How is participating in a leak and rumor culture stopping that from happening in the future? It's just so nonsensical to me. The best way to prevent this is to educate people. Media literacy is important. Always double check things and don't trust someone at face value. I hope you seriously think before doing something like this again, and I'm disappointed by your latest actions. I hope the people are feeling disappointed, sad, and even embarrassed can take solace in the fact that it is not a sin to have trust and faith in people. You learned a lesson the hard way, and I'm sorry. I hope the new Animal Crossing title hits the console soon. Take a bow. Take a fucking bow. Rosie B85, the best to ever do it. Holy shit. This comment would fucking change my brain chemistry if someone wrote this about me. Holy shit, broski. The second paragraph, exactly this 100%. The idea behind this is noble, but none of the experiment in your audience part was necessary. You can track and research stuff without being the source of it. He's just a narcissist who's gotten way too popular and it's gone to his head. He wanted to see how much influence he has over his own community and decided to mess with his followers for monetary gain. All of which he does is ensure that no one believes his word again. He's lucky Nintendo released that partner directly on literally the last day of July to make it seem like it an ounce of credibility. Small Animal Crossing YouTubers who made their livelihoods with YouTube are losing subscribers. I really trusted Wood. He's a huge part of my childhood and I'm so disappointed. It also feels like he chose the weakest target for this experiment. Why don't you smash or Zelda? Animal Crossing with the chill, most non-toxic community. I wouldn't say that personally. I think you guys are terrible. That historically has had to wait long stretches between games. Yeah, terrible. Atrocious. Actually atrocious, broski. Oh, all right. Well, I think we'll leave it on that final truth nukes. One of the oddest things I've ever seen. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Call me Wingdings Gaster because I'm saying interesting a lot. Either way, closing thoughts. I think this video was an exercise in absolute futility, if not a narcissistic showing in how you tank your credibility. You took a concept like rumors spreading on the internet, something that has been well documented and gaming has no shortage of examples for. And instead of using those many examples to educate your audience on media literacy, you decided to narcissistically stroke your own ego by spreading your own rumor, completely ignoring the influence that you have. And on multiple instances in this video, you made it very clear that you were at least somewhat peeved by the fact that the context had lost you and your podcast wasn't getting any views, which made it seem like it was more for a narcissistic fellatio session than it was for actually educating people. The psychological section that you added was just just literally a beginner class. And the what can we do bit could have just been the video on its own without any sort of nonsense. All the apology, you literally pulled someone into a video to get them to apologize. I don't think Crossing Guy is going to publicly have beef with you over this because it doesn't behoove him to do so. So literally all you did was parade a guy who was probably most impacted by your lie to get to pretend as if you're all chilling okay now, as far as I'm concerned. Overall, I think this video was an absolute disaster class of a performance, and I think that your credibility should be shot and never restored again. I think that no one should ever take your word for pretty much anything, if I'm being honest with you, at least in the gaming space. And while I wish no ill will upon you, I hope that your online career is at least somewhat turbulent for the next coming weeks, because I think that would be at least the recompense that you can pay for your crimes against humanity. Someone's mum bought a Switch because of you. Are you going to refund her? My mum bought a Switch because of you. Are you going to refund her too? Animal Crossing community lost subscribers because of you. You're going to apologize to them? I wasted half an hour of my life watching this. Are you going to apologize to me? Unbelievable. Beat 'em ups. Meet me in an alleyway tomorrow because I'm going to beat you up. And I'll leave that there, gamers. Good lord. Good lord, what was happening in there, gamers. Fuck my life. Am I allowed to share the Beat 'em ups Twitch VOD? It was posted an hour ago. Or is it on? It's on Twitch? Hang on. Let's have a look. Of course we'll have a look. Is it still on Twitch? So it's 8 minutes long. He left it up on Twitch? Was it only 8 minutes long? Or did he only share like an 8-minute chunk? Recent for 8 minutes long? No, it was way longer? Then why is it only 8 minutes? Or did he only stream like a bit of it to Twitch and realize he was dual streaming?
That's a lot. Because if it would have been mostly mad or negative, I don't think I would have been able to handle that. Think that went well?
I'm with you, Matthew. I don't agree how he did this, but I think
and I'm live again.
I don't agree with how he did this, but I think he's genuinely sorry. And if that's true, he has to show that forgiveness is earned. Maybe you guys are more forgiving than me. I honestly think he just did this to cash in on the algorithm. If I'm being honest, I don't think he did this maliciously. If that's what you mean from me, but I definitely think he did this to like stroke his own ego / gain some views off of this. I guarantee you, if the video hit like 3 million views, he wouldn't be making an apology. I don't know. I just don't believe he did. I just don't believe it would have. I just don't believe him. If you're asking me, but you're more trusting than most. Where's the VODs? The VOD's gone.
Yeah, I didn't want to do a poll. That's a lot. Because if it would have been mostly mad or negative, I don't think I would have been
Live
able to
again here,
handle
by the way, because
that.
like as soon as
Yeah, like the last one was 3 days ago. So he literally deleted the big VOD from here as well. I'm guessing what happened is that he dual streamed. Hang on, let's see what people said here.
This whole thing was basically you realizing how famous you are.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, literally. Which I don't think you needed to tank your credit. Huh?
Seeing how famous you are. I don't think I'm famous.
You have 2 million subscribers. You fucking numpty. What do you mean you're not? What? If I don't laugh, guys, I'd cry. What is it? You have 2 million subscribers. What are you talking about? What is happening here, gamers? actually what's happening to this man? Let's speed this up a little.
How's your eye? I don't know. It just won't get better. I can't lie. I was a little irritated by the video you said was an experiment. Yeah, a lot of people were. That's why we're here. I don't, guys. It's just so.
So we can start a dialogue. Am I right?
Confusing. I don't think you understand. I tried to make it clear, but thousands of people, chat, are upset with me.
Rightfully so, including me.
Thousands.
Yes.
I don't know if you know what that feels like. Like it's.
Maybe you shouldn't have lied to people then, dipshit. What the fuck? Like, am I supposed to feel? I don't feel that sorry for you. I'm like, again, some people in my chat are thinking that like he's genuinely like apologetic. I'm sorry. I don't really see it. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like Rico Lee and Matthew Smart seem to see something I don't, which fair. Hey, fair dues to you. I'm not gonna harp on you otherwise. I just don't see it. I'm gonna be honest. Call me cynical. Call me whatever. I just think this guy wanted to stroke his own ego. Wanted to go do some algorithm slop and flew too close to the sun, and now he's regretting it. That's what I think it is. While I think he's definitely apologetic and remorseful, I genuinely believe that if his video ended up blowing up like 10 million views, I don't know if he'd be that sorry. I just don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he'd be that sorry. I think he'd still be sorry. Let's say like this is no sorry and this is maximum sorry. I feel like the sorriness if this video blew up would be like, do you know what I mean? Like, way more lower. Like I feel like the sorriness he has is. A good chunk of it is tied to the view account. Honestly, I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced watching the video, which is an ego-stroking fucking fellatio fest, that if the video got less pushback, he would have loved it. I don't believe it personally. I just don't believe it. I disagree, but I get where you're all coming from, and I'm not assuming he is. I think he is. I could be wrong. Not counting on it. Let's put it that way.
Wasting days with him.
Listen, I'm just saying, Rico Lee, I respect it. I respect it. I do respect it. I just don't agree.
By the way, you're doing great for your first day.
Personally, he shouldn't be forgiven at all. Shouldn't get a second chance.
Okay, well, I wouldn't go that far. Like, okay, I'm not with Saul. Saul's standing on his own. I'm not with Saul. But I genuinely don't think that. I think he should have to build his credibility up from the ground, honestly. I think it should be at least like a good few years, a good number of years before anyone trusts him with anything ever again. I'm not saying you shouldn't get a second chance. I think that's a bit ridiculous, but I think it should be at least a good couple of years, if not 2, 3, 4, 5, before anyone starts to trust anything he ever says again. Hang on, PewDiePie had that bridge moment. Everyone let it go. Yeah, but the difference with the PewDiePie bridge moment is that while it was shit, obviously, it was very clearly a moment that he regrets and was out of character. That was the thing. It was out of character. When Beat-em-Ups shares a gaming leak, you consciously shared a gaming leak knowing what would happen. I do not believe for a second he didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe he didn't think it'd be as bad, but he knew what was going to happen. He knew there were going to be some, like, collateral damage, but he went for it anyway. When PewDiePie said what he said, it was genuinely, like, a mistake. It was like, I don't believe PewDiePie is a racist. I believe that this guy consciously thought, let's rub our hands and spread a rumor. Hey, Beat-em-Ups, could you maybe just research rumors without spreading some yourself? Spread the rumor. Like
him, because I'm sitting there on my phone or like being anxious, and I just needed to stop.
Whereas, like, I don't think if I said, hey, PewDiePie, say the N-word, he'd be like, no, I'm not saying the N-word. Whereas, like, hey, could you maybe not spread a rumor? I'll go slop.
Everybody that disagrees another way. It's just I needed to say something. It was literally killing me that I just wasn't saying something. That thousands of people were upset, and I wasn't saying anything. More than anything, it was the fact that people were using it as an excuse to send hate to other communities. Like, that's not what we do here.
Okay, well then, you should have thought of that before you said Animal Crossing then. You didn't have to say, guys, he did not have to say Animal Crossing. He said Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing channels reported it. They were made to be liars, and they faced backlash. That's on your hands. You should have known that. You should have known the collateral damage that would have happened before it happened. Like, I'm sorry, I don't feel, like, it's mostly it's not Rico Lee's fault. Rico Lee's just trying to be nice. Like, maybe it's just, if I'm trying to be a bit sympathetic, Fennec City music, Fennec City. I don't know how you don't think of a contingency. Maybe it's because I'm security brained and my entire career has been contingencies. Every single time I go into a building, where are the fire escapes? Every single time I go into a building, where's the fire extinguishers? Where would I funnel people out of in the event of a fire? That's just immediately what goes on in my head. Whenever I do something, I think of the contingencies. Whenever I cover anyone's YouTube channel, I am watching over their comments like a hawk. The moment I see someone, you're finished. I'm very cognizant that when I make React content, some people are going to go to their channel if I'm not very nice to them and send them hate. If somebody sends beat 'em up, if I refresh the comments of the beat 'em ups video after I upload this to Moresty and I see people being cunts to him on my behalf, you're still getting banned. I don't like this guy, just to make it clear. I think this video is dog shit. I don't feel sorry for him. But if you go to his channel and spread hate, you're cooked. You're finished. You're still finished. The rule still applies, obviously. Duh. It doesn't apply to the people I like and not apply to the people I don't. But that is a contingency I have accounted for. I know that if my channel was like 1 million strong, then the ne'er-do-wells of my community would be a lot more fervent with their behavior. In which case, I could account for that. I could maybe, instead, like maybe I could pre-vet videos and like temper my expectations so I'm not as angry as I wouldn't get as animated. Maybe I could account for the contingencies. I'm very capable of doing that. The fact that you have a multiple size the audience that I have, and you've never even thought for a second on the people that would be impacted. Either you're an ego narcissist, or you're just a fucking moron. In which case, I don't think you should have the platform that you do. If you're not going to be responsible for it, and if you can't figure out what to do with it when you're doing something like this, yeah, you're a fucking moron, broski. And yeah, of course, I don't want anyone brigading him on my behalf. You should probably make a Nintendo Land start intro for this one. Maybe. I'll see how I'm feeling that day. Matthew, okay? If I'm feeling extra mean.
I'm not out here making videos to send hate to other creators. Literally, I've never done that.
Should have thought about that before you fucking made the video, dipshit.
Ryan told me he lost 300 subs the day I uploaded that video. That man has a family. He's got kids.
Yeah, and that's the blood is on the blood. The pixels are on your hands. The pixels on your hands, broski.
I'm not taking food out of people's mouths here. That was never the intention.
Okay, then why didn't you account for that? Why didn't you account for that? The subscribers are on your hands. You should have accounted for that. No, you should have accounted for that. 100%. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone live. Maybe everyone in chat told me, in Discord told me not to. But
Yeah, you shouldn't have gone live. Why are you going live right now?
I couldn't sit still. I couldn't. I had to say something. I don't know.
Then fucking make a tweet or something. Why are you live?
Oh.
All right, let me read some of this chat here. They don't hate you for the Nintendo Direct. They envy what... Hang on. They don't hate your Nintendo Direct. They envy what you've got, and this was the opportunity to say things to you. No, this is just dog shit. Did you hear what RGT said about you? You're good. Don't let this get to you. I don't care. Question is, if Animal Crossing was mentioned in the latest Direct, would you have still admitted all these predictions were fake? No hate. True. I mean, it's true, right? Would you have? People who watch the video... Hang on. Let me move myself a little bit. Let me move. People who watch the video, there is no ill will intent. I feel like most people who are angry just jumped on a bad way to pile on without context. No, I have context. The video was shit. What's it? That's not your fault. That's on them. No, it's on him. The subscribers are on his hands. I get mad too. I get it. No one should hate on you for needing to speak up. Feeling it feels counterintuitive. You needed it, and that's okay. No, it's dumb. I subbed on Prime specifically because how he handled this. Good on you, brother. I am a Prime was going that way. I have no idea. Okay, sure.
I subbed to Prime specifically because of how he handled this. Prime's a champ. I really like Prime.
Oh, you're talking about Prime, not Amazon Prime, not Twitch Prime.
Happened out of this. I wouldn't get mad at something like this, but I do understand why some people got mad.
Yeah.
It's still no excuse for hate. No, and I agree with you. Like, as I tried to say, I would never get mad over something like this. Because I have a lot going on.
Okay, well done. Well done. You got a lot going on. Well done. Thanks for flexing. Flex your collection at us as well, big man. Yeah.
But I understand why people did.
The subscribers are on your hand, broski. Someone's mum bought a Switch 2 because of you, okay? Refund her the money. Lower the price, gamers. Lower the price. Refund the price, gamers. Refund the price. Refund the price.
Turn off your phone and get out of the house. I mean, hopefully I can now.
Refund the price.
I appreciate it.
Refund the price. Why is he not addressing the price?
To look at the comments. But I'm gonna do it. So I don't do it now. I'm gonna do it eventually.
You don't have to. What do you mean you're terrible? Don't. You can just not. Why?
Let's see. The top one right now that I'm seeing. You are my favorite Nintendo YouTuber, and while I was a bit disappointed with the Animal Crossing thing, I enjoyed the video and thought it was good. Everything you said made sense, and it made me sad to see some YouTubers hating on you.
Wow, crazy. Yeah. Hashtag refund the price, chat. I'm glad to see. Let's get it trending, games. Let's get it trending. Refund the price. Refund the price. I want to read some more of this chat. The cope chat. Your feelings are valid, true. Your feelings are valid. It's affecting your personal life this much to where you can't enjoy family. Maybe make a therapy appointment as the next step. No, just turn off your fucking phone, dingus. It can be difficult to not get sucked into tunnel vision when you experience anxiety when your feelings are valid. Please remember there's billions on this planet. A small subset of toxic internet is not indicative of real life. That's true. Decent advice. I respect it. What's the actual issue, though? Leaks happen all the dang time. It was an experiment. You learned some valuable insights. There were no valuable insights. I could have Googled everything he just said. Sure, it's disappointing, but if you're hyped by something, but hey, come on, dude, not cool. Never an excuse for that. You should have thought the subscribers are in his hands, okay? I'd love a bacon sandwich right now. Same! What are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know neither, Victor. Would you see the millions of people who love you for what you do, and you see the thousands of people who are just annoyed at what happened to you, need to try and ignore them and keep doing what you do because millions of people love you for what you do. I'm not one of those, that's for damn sure. Just talk about... Sorry. That comment right there. Where am I pointing? This one right here, chat. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. Just put the fries in the bag. I don't care about your anxiety. Fries in the bag, okay? Fries in the bag. Fucking hell. Yeah? More gifters, gamers? More gift... Hey, how come he gets gifters and I...
Maybe I should just go.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just making it worse.
You are.
This is not... I want to stress, this was not the intention. None of this was the intention.
Should have thought that the subscribers only... Refund the price. Refund the price.
I was just trying to make a fun video. I understand that that's not what I...
Yeah, of course. Of course you are. That's all you think about. All you think about is making a fun video. You don't think about the lives that are affected. The millions upon millions of... Okay, I gotta stop this bit.
For some people, and I understand that people feel the way they feel. And when enough people feel that way, obviously their feelings are valid. It's not like an outlier thing. So obviously, in many ways, I messed up. And I don't know what to do about it.
Just shut up and keep uploading. I don't know what to tell you.
I thought that would help. I don't think it helped. I don't think it helped me. And I don't know. Okay, bye. Sorry. I don't know what to do. Bye.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Guys, bye. Oh man. Oh yeah, what a stream, brother. What a stream. Crazy. That was a nice bonus segment. Must he end the stream like that? I don't know. I don't remember it being that short. I don't know. Apparently, I guess. I guess. I think there's your lot, gamers. That's the whole beat 'em ups saga. Listen, it's already 2 in the morning. Okay, I'm already getting no sleep tonight. Let's go on the Twitter machine, shall we? Let's see if I can find anything on the Twitter machine. Oh, people are not happy, gamers. People are not happy. Beat 'em ups pissed me off. You legitimately had no content. You lied about a rumor so Nintendo community would be talking about you. Only you. They say you went to investigate how rumor starts and damn well it leads back to your channel. All sources quoted to you. The people on the line don't have it. Dr. Disrespect profile picture, so take it with a grain of salt. Beat-em-ups did so much damage for the sake of content. I'm not a fan of leaks. I miss when it was a big surprise for everyone. But content creators that cover leaks and rumors are now getting blasted. Damn. Oh, you can see the... Oh, I found the original tweet, gamers. I faked the Nintendo Direct to investigate how rumors spread, just like your YouTube career. Pure slop. Oh, no. Not gonna lie, this is really shitty, man. I respect that anyone that rage quits. Bro, not Switch beat 'em ups like this. Total bullshit. Oh, no. No! No, gamers, no! Pause. No! No, gamers, no! No! Swiftjaw, the collab is cancelled. The collab is cancelled. You will never work in this town again. Unbelievable. What a damn shame. Betrayal. Betrayal, gamers. Betrayal. I like... I lied on all my videos to investigate if anyone noticed. Basically, honestly, wash jar. Oh no, this is pathetic. I nearly 2 minutes was end. Just the content you're making. I know you're kind of desperate for money, having a wife. Okay, calm down, Mr. Woods. Calm down. Alright, channel. This is a really disrespectful move to all your fans of these games. Instant unfollow. True. Baboon didn't watch the video and assume the worst. I would watch his clips. I truly believe he had no intentions, but people didn't bother watching the video and just look at the thumbnail and think he's a lying jackass. No, I watched the video. I think he's a dumbass. Even if he didn't intend to, like, he should have made a contingency. He should have thought about all the possible outliers that would have happened. He's a big channel and he should have known these rumors would spread it. So he should have had some contingencies in place, but he didn't prepare. And he's a moron dip. That's what he is, a moron dip specifically. Let's see. I'm removing the emote gamers. Beat 'em ups is legitimately even admits he lied. Beat 'em ups isn't even looking at the screen as he's investigating how rumors spread online. And his name isn't on the damn screen. Every source has named him. The rumors spread by who? We keep saying you faked the rumor. It was a lie. He lied, gamers. He lied. Crazy. Is there any other ones? I think that's all I'm going to see for now, gamers. Damn it, back again. And a fade. And your fade twice, gamers. Twice. And your fade going on a hate tour. Look at this. Going on a hate tour. Oh my god. It wasn't a social experiment. Beat-em-ups wanted attention once the Donkey Kong Bonanza launch and hype was over. Beat-em-ups knew he was a well-trusted content creator. Plus, he was a Nintendo ambassador, so he had connections at one point. Of course it spreads. He's an idiot. Beat-em-ups is a narcissist and attention seeker. Of course he would spread a lie about Animal Crossing New Horizons. It sold more than Breath of the Wild. He knew it spread like Wi-Fi. He can buzz off. Beat-em-ups is legitimately, even he admits he lied. Trying to shift blame to viewers in gaming news. No one reached out to me. Why? So you could tell it was a lie and how stupid they sound? What if they reported you did? What then? No amount of damage control would have fixed it. Beat-em-ups controversy is pure attention. Listen, Anya, best of luck to you on your hater tour, okay? Because all I know is that I think I'm gonna tap it out here. Beat-em-ups, you're done goof, lads. Stick to the daily slop, yeah? How about that? And now we'll leave it there. That's enough of this.